hands up and shake your body to the right and feel the rhythm. I feel the rhythm of the night, so move your hands up and shake your body to the right. We got the power to dance all day and every night. Move your hands up and shake your body to the right and feel the rhythm. I feel the rhythm of the night, so move your hands up and shake your body to the right. We got the power to dance all day and every night. Move your hands up. Move your hands up and shake your body to the right and feel the rhythm. I feel the rhythm of the night, so move your hands up and shake your body to the right. We got the power to dance all day and every night. Move your hands, 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 move your hands up. Move your hands Move your hands up and shake your body to the right and feel the rhythm. I feel the rhythm of the night, so move your hands up and shake your body to the right. We got the power to dance all day and every night. Move your hands up. Move your hands up and shake your body to the right and feel the rhythm. I feel the rhythm of the night, so move your hands up and shake your body to the right. We got the power to dance all day and every night. Move your hands up and shake your body to the right and feel the rhythm. I feel the rhythm of the night, so move your hands up and shake your body to the right. We got the power to dance all day and every night.
Thank you so much, Voidburn. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. What's up, everybody? Debate starting in 3 minutes. I didn't really prepare because something tells me it's not really worth it to prepare that much. And I spent like an hour compiling some things together. That's really all I did. I didn't really prepare at all. So, you know, let's do it. Let's get right into it. We've got like 2 minutes. What the fuck? Atari, thank you so much, man. Holy shit. Voidburn, Atari, thank you guys. Atari, thank you so much, man. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Samira's still here, but she is in the shower. So she's just gonna come whenever, basically. Whenever she's done. God knows how long it's gonna be. Anyway, we have T-minus 2 minutes till this debate starts. And, you know, God help anyone who didn't make this, because, you know, this was really it. This is the debate to look forward to and to be at and to, you know. You think it's, yeah, who knows? Usually when I do these kind of debates, I don't prepare because I just go on and say, okay, what's your position? What are you going to say? All right, we're gonna go on Twitter. So I'm gonna have to open up a thingy. What do I do? Okay, I'm gonna just replace the Zoom. All right. His name's Dr. Ass.
Move your hands up and shake your body to the right and feel the rhythm.
Thank you so much, Morlock. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Let's see. Okay, this works fine. All right, let's count down. Count down. All right, let me do this. Let's shut this fucking music off. Let's get this. And then here's what we're going to do. We're just going to basically replace this with this. Okay, good. Just have this here for now. It's here. All right. I'm going to take this. All right. All right, let's enter.
Who I call a reactionary socialist. I don't know what he calls himself. I guess we're going to find out. Look, he's here now. So welcome to my guest here, Hayes. We're going to have a debate tonight about a variety of different topics. I see this lasting 1 hour. We haven't communicated too much about the dimensions of this beforehand. That's never great. But here we are. And since we don't know each other very well, I'd like to start by just asking you a couple of questions about your politics, because I find it hard to parse just from the look that I've taken at some of your stuff. Do you mind if I ask you, do you support China? Do you see China as an imperialist power?
No.
No what?
It's not an imperialist power.
Okay, fair enough. Do you see it as a socialist country?
Yes.
All right, that's a good start. We're in agreement on that point then. What about the USSR? Is that a country and history and legacy that do you uphold? Do you find yourself closer to the position of like Stalin killed 100 million people or Stalin did nothing
I'm a
wrong,
Stalinist, 100% Stalinist.
All right. Well, I see some overlap there as well. Over the last summer, I sort of became known as this, right? Dr. Stalin. And what about when it comes to more social issues? I notice on your Substack you have a kind of rejection of woke culture, but I'm having a hard time understanding what that means. Do you support, for example, say a woman's right to choose?
For abortion?
Yeah.
I think this is a poorly constructed question. Women's right to choose unconditionally does not exist anywhere in the world. Maybe Sweden is an exception. Even in liberal Europe, there's not an unconditional right to choose at any stage of the pregnancy. Broadly speaking, I'm not against abortion, but I reject this dichotomy between completely unrestricted abortion, even 8 months in, and completely banning it entirely.
Okay. So you'd favor some restrictions, is that right?
I think that's mainly women's business to sort amongst themselves. The women who are against abortion really are not being given fair representation because they are a big contingent of women who are against abortion. I personally, I would not know when to restrict it, but I just realize that it's normal for most countries to have some restrictions on when you can get an abortion.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to me a little bit problematic when you start saying, well, you explain yourself, right? Like we don't typically have that, like if we take the position that abortion is healthcare, for example, you don't typically say like, why do you want a healthcare procedure, right? Like, but if you're putting restrictions on it, then all of a sudden you do have to explain, right? Because they're like, okay,
sure.
why do you
Can
want
you name me communist states that have no restrictions?
Well, I mean, we're not talking about other states. We're talking about what
Yeah,
our
I'm a
state should be
communist
doing,
though, so
right?
I
Yeah.
don't agree that communist states are oppressing women by restricting abortion to some extent.
Okay. Well, that's fair. Um, what about, what about something like gay rights? I mean, like when you go out of your way to reject woke culture, and people might think, well, maybe you just sort of hate gays. I mean, is that the case, or how would you describe your politics when it comes to LGBTQ rights and so forth?
I don't hate LGBT people, but I recognize the interest group. I'm against the interest group called the LGBT movement. Yeah, it's completely anti-communist. Has historically always served an anti-communist role. Serves the establishment. Is in bed with the NGOs, the Democratic Party, and the agenda of the ruling class. They're the ones who are establishing it as an interest group. I do think people should have rights to privacy and be left alone because of their sexuality and so on and so on. However, I don't agree that there should be a alignment between a communist movement and a so-called LGBT movement.
Given the amount of exclusion of, groups like, for example, gays and lesbians in so many different social movements, right?
For
Political movements.
example,
Well, I mean, any pretty much anything you could name, right, is exclusionary towards gays, except for like the gay rights movement
I
itself.
disagree.
But like,
There's gay
well,
people in the
that gay
Republican
people
Party.
have long been excluded from certain occupations, for example, right?
Which ones?
Really, you're unaware of that?
Today, which ones are gay people excluded from?
The question is, given the legacy of exclusion, if you're not inclusive, are you being exclusionary, right?
I'm
And
asking you
then is the
which
perception.
occupations are exclusive only to straight people in America today.
Well, you're gonna have to do your own homework on that. But that is
So
that
there
is
are
a
none.
very clear case, right?
There
I
are
mean,
none.
like, really? Okay, all right.
No,
Um,
that's what you're implying. You can't name any, so I guess there are
do
none.
you think there were 50 years ago?
Probably.
Uh, Well, might be something you should look into. But given that there clearly is a legacy of exclusion, right?
Well, how
The
does
the
that
question
manifest
is
itself?
the question is, does that are gays and lesbian, might they see the
Didn't
communist
you say
movement as an
you're known as
exclusionary
Dr.
towards them in
Stalin?
their interest, right? Are we cutting off a contingency here? When really, I think we should be trying to like embrace all parts of the working class, right?
The
If you cut
Republican
off certain
Party is Christian and conservative, and they have gay people in the Republican Party.
they have a few, right?
And also, didn't you say
Is
you're
that
Dr.
party is that
Stalin?
party widely favored? I mean, does that matter?
Hold
You
on,
know,
didn't you say you're
is the
Dr.
Republican
Stalin?
Party widely favored by LGBTQ folks?
Sorry?
Um, is the party widely favored by LGBTQ
It's starting
folks?
to.
I don't
Among
think
gay
so.
men, it's starting to.
Maybe among the most privileged segment.
And it's only a
You
matter,
know,
I
the
mean, there's Blair White now, so it's only a matter of time. There's even transgender conservatives now. So anyway, my question to you is: you say your name was Dr. Stalin, something like this. You claim I'm a reactionary socialist when my views on this matter are more liberal than Stalin's. Stalin views homosexuality as a bourgeois degeneracy and decadence, and when a Western LGBT gay man from Britain wrote to Stalin on the persecution of homosexuals within the USSR, Stalin privately scoffed at the man and called him a degenerate. Is Stalin a
Yeah,
fascist
but
reactionary socialist?
you're comparing the 1920s and 30s to today.
What does the
Things have
passage of
moved.
time have to do with it? Time has passed, so Stalin viewed it as a fundamental perversion of bourgeois society.
I don't think that's true. But even so, what does it
But
matter,
they
right?
wrote as much. It was
The
explicitly
question,
written by the Stalinist intellectuals and communist leaders of the USSR throughout the
was
entirety of the
Stalin
USSR's existence, almost except maybe toward the tail end under Gorbachev. But this was always the view of communists in the USSR, which you have claimed as a
what
litmus
Stalin
test.
and Mao and all the great revolutionaries share is that these are highly pragmatic, practical people, right? And they all share the same goal, which is global proletarian revolution, right? And I
Okay?
think that that's a goal we share as well, right? I mean, that would be a point of commonality between us. Am I right?
It depends on what you mean, but sure.
Oh, Well, that's good, right? It depends on what I mean by global
Trotsky said
proletarian
the same thing.
revolution. To me, let's see. This is a good question to explore, right? W- to me, it means, well, first you would have a global dictatorship of the proletariat, right? I mean,
No,
you have to get
what do
rid
you mean a
of the
global? This is
blood-sucking
Trotsky.
class that
This is
currently runs the
Trotskyism.
world.
There's no
You say
framework.
no to this?
There is no framework within Marxism-Leninism for a global proletarian dictatorship. So thus far, all the examples of proletarian dictatorship have been confined to one country, and even in the interrelations between different proletarian dictatorships, such as the USSR and China, could not come to a common global framework for a proletarian dictatorship. So this sounds Trotskyist to me, that you're saying global pro. How would you have a global one?
We'll see. This is a good question, right? But you're talking about nations jockeying over things like borders and policies and whatever, because we're coming out of a long history of the modern nation state where nations are these boundary, they exist in, a
China and the USSR were not nation states. They still could not come to a common framework for a proletarian global dictatorship.
what we're talking about is these nations are jockeying with one
They're
another
not
and having to
singular
protect
nations.
their
China has
boundaries
several
and their policy.
nationalities. The USSR had several nationalities within it. They were civilization states, not nation states.
I don't know how that's salient as a distinction, but the point is
It's salient
everyone is
because you
trying to
cannot
get.
establish an artificial unity of peoples on the basis of ideology. There are historical roots to the extent to which civilizations are united, which cannot be leapfrogged or bypassed through some kind of political framework. Now, eventually, supposedly, the idea is that borders will eventually disappear in communism and that there will be no different states as such, because the state as such will wither away. But that's not the proletarian dictatorship. The proletarian dictatorship confines itself to the existence in which the state is preserved. So how can you talk about a global state? It makes no sense.
I don't think global state would necessarily be the
A
first
proletarian
step.
dictatorship
This is
only
what we're
exists
talking about.
insofar as the state
What
is
does
weaponized by the proletarian
what does
class.
global
Of course, it's a
socialism
state.
actually look like? How does that move forward, right? Imagine that happening in not just one country or maybe a small handful of countries, but happening globally. I mean, this is a very traditional point of thought in Marxism, right? How might global socialism take root? Can it
Okay.
happen in one country,
But the problem,
or are we talking about a global movement?
sure. The problem,
Am I
excuse me.
right? That's
Well, excuse me, Dr. Trotsky. The problem is that what you're talking about is a global proletarian dictatorship. The proletarian dictatorship necessarily implies a state. And the whole meaning and purport of socialism in one country is that states have civilizational and national roots. They're not based on ideologies, they're based on the specific relationship between a historically constituted people and an organ of class dictatorship. So no, you cannot have a global proletarian dictatorship. And when you talk about this global revolution happening simultaneously, it's been disproven by history that is not the path in which the victory of global communism will be established. China, Soviet Union, all of the successful communist
glad you have
revolutions
so
did
much
not
faith
happen
in this
simultaneously.
that you would say it's disproved.
Of course, it's
That's a little
disproved.
bit to me. That's a little bit like saying communism has been disproved because it hasn't happened yet.
There is
we
no
don't actually know. The
the
jury's still out
law
on
of
that.
social revolution necessarily dictates that it would be extremely improbable for a communist revolution to happen simultaneously across the entire globe. The basic
Let's
law of
focus on the
social
United
revolution.
States then. Let's say we're focused on how do we achieve that proletarian revolution in the United States, and what does it
Okay,
look like? Right.
you establish a premier party of the American working class first.
Okay. What's that look like?
It doesn't
Do
look
you
like
not
the
need
American
unity?
left that we have now, which confines itself to an acute minority of social parasites.
Social parasites. See, when you use language like that, it
Sure.
really makes me think of things like Judeo-Bolshevism, or
Okay, can I tell you what the
degenerate
Jew,
Marxists,
what did the
or
Jew Marx, who was a Jew, or do you deny that Marx was a Jew?
well, what I'm saying is when you use language like that, it
Okay,
really gives me the
okay. So
the Nazi
here is
feel.
what Marx said. Marx, apparently, who's the next Adolf Hitler, he said, the great mass of so-called higher grade workers, such as state officials, military people, artists, doctors, priests, judges, lawyers, and you bracket those down into categories that only exist in today, like computer engineers and all that other kind of shit, hipsters or whatever. Same shit, right? Some of whom are not only not productive, but in essence destructive, but who know how to appropriate to themselves a very great part of the material wealth, partly through the sale of their immaterial commodities. That's the basic structure of parasitism. Marx is describing these people as parasites. He literally calls them people partaking in the consumption, parasites on the actual producers. That's what Marx calls them. And that is the class basis of the current left. That is the only meaningful mass that the American left today has actually managed to gain a foothold in and reach out to. So for you saying this reminds you of Nazi rhetoric, are you accusing Marx of Nazism? Because he more or less said the same thing.
It is Nazi rhetoric, sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
and Marx was
When
Nazi.
Marx talks about
No,
parasites, he's talking about a very particular class, and that
no,
is
he's
the
not.
bourgeoisie.
He gave a plethora of classes defined by the sale of immaterial commodities.
Well, no, these are people who
Sorry,
live off
excuse me,
of
Dr.
the
Trotsky.
social
These are his
surplus.
words ad verbatim. Ad verbatim. I'm quoting it to you
Well,
literally as he
yeah,
wrote it and as he said it.
did you know that you can quote someone and still get them wrong?
Okay, explain the context.
You know that that's possible?
I will allow
So
you the floor to explain
when
the context.
when Marx is very focused on surplus labor, right? And he considers a worker to be productive if their work directly produces surplus value, right?
Okay.
Now, some workers' work does not directly produce surplus value. Let's take a manager, for example, right? Marx says managers are semi-productive and semi-unproductive, right? A lot of managers are just unproductive. All they do is make sure you don't take too long of a bathroom break, right? That's not adding anything to the surplus value, and hence that worker is unproductive, right?
So why did Marx call
But
them
there's lots of
parasites?
unproductive workers, right? Let's say somebody works in advertising, right? They're not directly producing a product, but they're indirectly assisting with the realization of commodities, right? So, you know, to say that they're parasites in the same sense that you would say, oh, that the Nazis would say, oh, well, the Judeo-Bolshevik, that's a
Who
parasite.
has said
That is not
Judeo-Bolshevik?
the sense in which Marx
Who
is
has said
using that.
Judeo-Bolshevik? I said an
It's
acute
the same
minority
kind
of
of language.
parasites on the people.
Well, it's the same kind of language, man. Like when you
I use the
and
same language
particularly if
Marx
you
used.
post,
That's
we
Marx's
started off
language.
having a point of contention because you have a post that says these people are not the same species, right?
Well, before we
I'm
get to
sorry,
that,
but that is
do you also
exactly
need
the
what
kind of
Lenin
thing the
said
Nazis
about
say.
how the intellectuals of Russia at the time thought that they were the golden class of the nation, but actually they were the shit of the nation? That's what Lenin said about the intelligentsia. Call them the shit of the
Are you
nation.
saying this in order to defend yourself? Because I don't see the connection.
I am saying you are accusing me of using Nazi language because I called people parasites. Marx said the same thing. Lenin
Well, you said that
basically
they were
says,
part of a different species because of their dyed hair and
okay, you want
things.
to talk about the Chaz degenerates.
The what?
The Chaz degenerates.
What does that refer to? I don't understand that.
The people that I am throwing it out there, questioning whether they are of our species anymore.
Okay, Chaz.
That's
Is
the
that referred
Chaz
to the?
mugshot. Those are the people who were at Chaz who lynched 2 black teenagers
Okay.
and were bragging about it on Twitter.
Yeah,
That
so
was
how
them.
does it help to question people's humanity? Let's say that they're activists, they're trying to do something that it might be even broadly
Lynch black
supportive, right?
teenagers activism, right?
Well, I didn't notice you making that sort of critique. Your critique seemed to be based purely on their appearance.
Do those people look human to you?
Yes,
I
they
don't think
do.
so. I think they've lost every
Just because they
semblance
have
of
colored
humanity.
hair,
I
they look
disagree.
very
I
human to
think
me.
they've lost every semblance of humanity.
Well, okay, let's say that you think that, right? But you see how that would be bad optics to go on a public place like Twitter and then say that, right? I mean,
I want to
have you noticed that many
initiate
of your
this
have you noticed that
discourse.
many of your communist colleagues are openly calling you a Nazi?
They're
Most
not
communists do
communists.
not have that problem. Most
No, they're
communists
not
do not get
communists.
called Nazis.
Those are
They never have
American
that problem.
liberals. They're not communists.
Like, I wonder why people don't have that problem. maybe it's because they don't toe the line on things that look extremely racist, extremely misogynist, extremely transphobic. Why do that? I mean, where's the upside? How does it help organize workers towards a US proletarian revolution, let's say?
Mao said the first step, draw a line. That's what I'm doing. Drawing a line.
Yeah,
So
but
that
you're
we can
drawing a line
distinguish,
that seems to
so that
exclude a
as
lot of
communists, we can
vulnerable people.
distinguish ourselves from these lowly scum, social scum, whose humanity is now questionable. As Marx called them, the social scum of our society, the dregs, this
I
people. And
think you're referring to the
Engels, who
lumpen
praised the
proletariat here.
workers of France for putting up signs that we're going to shoot the thieves because they didn't want anything to do with this social scum, degenerate class of people who are the enemy of the proletariat, enemy of the working class, according to all historical communist figures.
No, I mean, that sounds like Nazi stuff right there, you know? Nazis are the one who banned stuff like this, right?
Frederick
You
Engels
know,
was a Nazi.
I think Hayes might be the Nazi because you're not
Who?
doing a good job defending yourself, right? Remember, we're trying to do something tactically, right? The
I'm a
question
communist with a
is
capital
are these
C. You called
tactics
me a Nazi for
effective?
repeating what my communist authors have said. The people I draw inspiration from, that whose writings I'm trying to remain faithful to. You accuse me of being a
Yeah, if
Nazi
you're
for saying the
slavishly
same thing
repeat
they
things
said.
from the past, you might end up saying the exact opposite of what they meant,
Why?
you know?
Why? Because it became
Well,
trendy because the corporate media made it trendy to say the
because
opposite. Is
because
that why?
Marx, Engels, Lenin, Stalin, these people are not trying to persecute vulnerable minorities. They're trying to create a society that works for everyone, right? Now, to do that,
To
you
be
have to
honest, I
get rid of
think
a small
Marx and
class of
Engels
bloodsuckers.
wanted to do more than just persecute the social scum that they mentioned, because yeah, I really doubt that. I think they saw the revolution as an extremely violent process. And if you saw the things that they said early on, I mean, I'm even against some of that stuff, right? But let's not get off on this idea that Marx and Engels were peace, love, hippies who said, "Oh, we love everyone." They weren't. They were fighters first and foremost for the proletarian class, and beyond the proletarian class, the broad strata of the people as a whole, meaning the democratic petty bourgeoisie of the countryside, as Lenin described it in the Civil War in France. As Marx described it in the Civil War in France, and as Lenin elaborated it with his notion of the unity of the workers and the peasants. Nowhere within this formula do we have the parasite professional managerials or the lumpen social scum.
Professional managerial class is not really a Marxist construction now, is it, right? Because
So,
that
what do
doesn't
you
really
call
have
the
much
higher
to do.
grade workers who are in essence destructive and who are parasites on the actual producers and who sell immaterial commodities? Because that's how I define it. That's Marx's language. All
You
I've done is give
you
a
simply
name.
call that unproductive labor. That's what Marx calls it.
No, but
It's
that's not what
unproductive
Marx
labor.
calls it here. Marx
It is
didn't.
what Marx calls it.
Marx called them
He says there's productive labor
Marx called
and there's
them
unproductive labor.
so-called higher grade workers, clearly referring to a separate strata. If you want to know how communists have historically referred to this group, like Lenin and so on, they called them the upper layers of the petty bourgeoisie or the middle class. They usually called them urban petty bourgeoisie, and that's what we're dealing with. For example, Marx talked about, in regards to the social democratic movement at the time, that the democratic petty bourgeoisie, that's what he called them, and everywhere pressed and preached to the proletariat general unity and reconciliation, extend the hand of friendship, and seek to find a great opposition party. They seek to ensnare the workers in a party organization in which the general social democratic phases prevail, while their particular interests are kept hidden behind, and in which, for the sake of preserving the peace, the specific demands of the proletariat may not be presented. Sounds like today's DSA. Sounds like every single so-called communist left-wing organization we have in the United States today.
There are a lot of weak communist parties out there.
They
There
are
are a lot
all
of
weak.
weak left parties,
Which ones
and we
aren't
need
weak?
strength. We need strength, right? How does the working class get to strength, right? Well, you got to take the right ideological line, and the right ideological line is one that leads to unity, not fracturing, right? So, when I see somebody who has a Substack, but like all three of the articles on there are basically focused on attacking other communists, and I question, like, how does that lead to unity, right? And especially when I don't see such a strong ideology that I say, oh, yes, this is going to unite everyone, right? In fact, what I see is a pretty weak ideology to the extent that I can parse it. I see something that's pretty divisive. I think if you're peeling off big sections of the working class, if you're saying, look, we're not friends of gays, right? We're not friends of trans people.
Okay.
We're not friends of women particularly, right? We reject wokeism.
What do
We're
you
in
mean
favor
friends
of
with
what?
women?
Traditional family
Ontologically, what you're
structure.
saying is nonsense. 50% of humankind is women. What do you mean against women? As if a community of men is the default? No, 50% of all human beings are women. So the fact that you're trying to establish women as
Well,
some
I'm reaching a
special,
little
no,
bit
no, no.
because
The
I don't
fact that
actually
you're
see a
trying to
statement from
establish,
you
the fact that you're trying
is
to
a
establish
forceful
women as
rejection
some
of
kind of
wokeism.
separate interest
What
group
does
that's
it
just
mean
like
to
separate.
forcefully reject wokeism? What
50
does that mean?
most women are not woke. They don't buy into wokeism. Stop speaking for most women. But I'll respond to your
Well,
claim,
they don't want to be
sir.
trapped in a
I'll,
patriarchal traditional family structure. I mean, usually,
no,
there's dog
I
whistles
think many
that go on there,
women
right?
long. I think
Like
many
when
women
somebody says,
long.
"I believe in conservative values," what is that a dog whistle for, right? They believe in a traditional family structure that enslaves women in the
I'm
household.
sure
That is what
most
they believe
women
in.
would rather be in a polycule with you. But anyway, I'll respond to what you said based on Lenin's quote. He said, "Unity is a great thing and a great slogan, but what the workers' cause needs is the unity of Marxists, not unity between Marxists and the opponents and distorters of Marxism." I consider the American left, the people that I've targeted in my Substack, the opponents and distorters of Marxism.
Okay. But in order to say somebody's distorting it, you need to have a pretty good articulation of it yourself, right? I mean, you need
Demonstrate
to
the
attract people around a
inarticulate
positive
demonstration of my
ideology.
Marxist, my knowledge of Marxism. Demonstrate it now. That's what we're here for.
Well, I look at what's in print. I'm a bit of a reader.
Good. Go ahead.
That's my background. I'm not going to watch a bunch of debate streams. I'm not going to
Wonderful.
watch a bunch of Twitter
You read my
streams.
Substack. Tell us why I'm not
I did read your
articulate.
Substack, yeah, and it was pretty hard to make sense of. But I surely did not see in there. Here's what is imperialism. I did not see in there. Here's what socialism is. I did not see in here.
Lenin
Here's the
already did
countries which
that.
I think are on the road to
Lenin
socialism.
wrote Imperialism the Highest Stage. Why should I reprint what Lenin said when he already wrote it? I was
Well, you
writing
could
about
at least say
specific
you agree with
things.
it. Instead, you say something else. You say that Trump is a more effective anti-imperialist than all of these Baizuo, what's that term? Western white
Baizuo,
leftists?
absolutely true. I stand by that. Trump was far, far more of an anti-imperialist than all the Baizuo frauds combined in the history of the American left since the counterculture. So all of
Does
these
that
scum
mean
combined,
is that more
Trump
of a
was far
dig
more
on
effective
white leftists,
anti-imperialist.
or is that a support of Trump?
You can make of it whatever the fuck you want. Either that's
What do you mean by it?
condemnation and incrimination of the Baizuo, or it's somehow praising Trump. I don't really care how you interpret it. I'm not scared to be associated with Trump. My views on Trump are clear as day.
Okay, well, tell me about them. Is Trump an anti-imperialist then?
Not ideologically, but in practice, he was far more of an anti-imperialist than all the Baizuo scum combined.
Well, see, I just don't understand this because saying more or less, I mean, you're basically saying the white leftists have zero impact, right? I mean, that's kind of the point here. So, like,
Yes,
you're like,
absolutely. Yes, thank God you
so
made it so
Trump is,
simple. Yes, zero
Trump is
impact.
moving in a positive direction toward anti-imperialism, in your view, then,
Zero
yeah?
impact on imperialism. Zero. Actually, I take that back.
I'm talking
Leftists
about Trump.
exercise the role of being the cultural vanguard of American imperialism.
Well, it seems like the cultural vanguard of American imperialism would actually be the U.S. mainstream media.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What do LGBT rights in Zimbabwe under Mugabe mean? The movement, the
That's your
LGBT
question.
movement in Zimbabwe under Mugabe, what did it mean?
Are you using Zimbabwe as a proxy for a socialist state by any chance?
I think so. Why not? It's a
Really
socialist party. It was ruled by a socialist party. Maybe the state isn't socialist, but Mugabe is a socialist.
interesting. Zimbabwe is one of the few places in Africa that's done any land reform whatsoever. But you wonder, is that land reform socialist in background? Because there are non-socialist land reforms, like in Afghanistan, for example.
You
This was
can call
also
it
done by a
whatever you
socialist.
want. It's precisely the land reform that is the basis of any socialist. What socialists would do in power is land reform.
Oh, I agree with you completely. You've got to do land reform because the basis here is a maldistribution of land that comes out of the theft of land from imperialism or settlers or what have you, right? Or enclosures in the case of Europe. So theft of the land is a primary kind of moment, and yeah, it has to be undone, right? But how should it be undone, right? Then what happens, right? What do we actually
So
do?
Mugabe, he should have been more conciliatory toward the landowning class of Zimbabwe at the expense of the black majority. That's what you're saying.
No, not at all.
He should have.
To be more
He should
conciliatory,
have
you
made it
control the
like a
lands.
bunch of hippie communes, Zimbabwe instead.
No, I'm not a big fan of that. I'm a supporter of like the collectivization of land, in the Stalinist and Maoist kind of model, because you have to raise the productivity of land, right? You have an underinvestment in agriculture in a lot of these places, right? And a lot of that has to do with small plots. There's not a lot of agricultural capital and so
Before
on,
any
right?
of
So
those collectivizations happened, whether that's going to take the form of Stalinist collectivization or Mao's Great Leap Forward, establishment of the People's Communes, you had a general land reform that was not a form of collectivization.
yeah, that's true, right? You broke the landlord class and appropriated their land. Yeah. So maybe that's phase one, right? The question is, what happens next, right?
So why bring this up? What's the point?
Well, I think we're getting a little bit afield. I think the original question was, how does, going kind of out of your way to say, you're not a big fan of gays,
When did I
trans
say that?
folks.
When did I say that?
Well, you say you forcefully reject wokeism. I mean, these are the groups
Yes.
which are out there advocating for these kinds of positions. If you reject it, I mean,
What's
it's a
the
little confusing
positions?
for me because I'm like, what is your actual position? That's why I'm asking questions here. But if you reject that,
So is this an interview or a debate?
where are you standing? You know?
Is this an interview or a debate? What positions do they put forward?
Well, I can't have a debate until I know the position. You know,
Okay.
maybe I agree
My
with it, then I'm
position
not
is
going to
that
do
I
it.
have nothing against gays or LGBT. I reject LGBT as a separate interest. I reject that.
Okay.
And
Now,
many people who are falling under that category reject it as well. Not all gay people, for example, not all lesbians, for example, want to be, not even all transgenders, for example, want to be associated with these psychotic people who say, my pronouns are she, schwa, ji, ju, ba, and neo pronouns make no sense, that they're not one of the two genders. There's 25 different genders. Sorry, most LGBT people probably don't agree with that.
well, I mean, the word that's traditionally used for this in Marxism is tailism, right? I mean, you're taking the most reactionary elements of the working class and saying
Sorry.
that's what we're going to go with.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the common
Excellent.
denominator.
What's reactionary about what I'm saying?
Like you're moving things towards a position that is very similar to, very close to those who say these people should not have rights at all, right? I mean, that's where the country's going, right? I mean,
Okay, I
if you
disagree.
don't take a
Who's saying
side,
that? Who's saying that?
then you're basically supporting the way things are going, more or less,
Okay,
right?
who's
I mean,
saying
like
that?
we're at a moment where the Supreme Court is banning abortion, right, and
No,
throwing
it's
out a
not.
whole mass of law
Supreme
which
Court's not
supports
banning anything.
all kinds of progressive things, right? Like, I mean, I don't know, maybe you're not a fan of gay marriage, for example, right?
The
Should
Supreme
that be thrown out by
Supreme
the
Court
courts as
isn't
well?
banning anything. Supreme Court's
Well,
not
I
banning
mean,
anything. You're wrong about
you're sort
basic
of using
politics.
Republican language in that. Yeah, Republicans would say, we're not banning it, we're just turning it over to the states, right? But everyone knows what's going to happen in the states, right? So I'm just
Okay,
wondering,
whose
like,
fault is
if you
that? You
don't
haven't
care
made your
about
position
this
popular enough.
and
Whose
say that it
fault?
doesn't matter, then
Whose fault
that's
is it
kind of
that you
like
can't make your
supporting, isn't
position
it?
popular? Because you want to write off the flyover states and all those people as irredeemable. So you have to use the brute force of federal legislation to enforce it on them. You can't win those people over. They're a lost cause. Only the coastal elites who are enlightened are redeemable in the eyes of Baizuo
Sounds
such
like
as
a
yourself.
Democrat position to me. I'm not taking a Democrat position. I'm not talking about flyover states here. I'm talking about discursively, right? That's
Okay,
part what we say is
can you
part of
tell
our
me what
strategy,
tendency
right?
in American politics wants to say LGBT should have no rights?
look, what we say is part of our strategy, and our strategy needs to be going towards a certain goal, right? And the goal, I think we're both on the same page here, right? The goal is workers seize power. Am I right?
Okay.
Okay. Well, so then the question is the stuff that we're saying and doing in line with that goal, or is it clashing with that goal,
I
right?
think it's in
I
line.
think if you're going against these things, then it's very hard to. It doesn't. You don't look like you're on the left at all, right? It looks like you're
I don't want
you're
to.
making
The
cause
left is a
with.
failure. It's unpopular. It's a failure. It failed to accomplish anything. Why would I want to look like a bunch of losers? I don't want to look like the Chaz people in that mugshot.
Oh, I think I picked that up from your from your tweet. You don't want to look subhuman, as you put it, right? Subhuman physique.
No,
Um,
subhuman still implies a type of human. I think these people are post-human. Post-human type of thing.
okay,
And they may
it
lay
sounds
eggs.
like
I
you're
don't know if they lay eggs.
doubling down here. The
Do they
question
lay
is,
eggs?
if you're going to be if you're going to be rejecting pretty big segments of the American working class, how does
What?
that build?
Big?
How's that build?
Big? Big? Give me that as a percentage estimate. Estimate the percentage big. Because I think those type of people are no more than 1%. And actually, probably 0% because they don't fall under the category of working class anyway. They're lumpen degenerate scum. But how are these a big portion of the population in any capacity whatsoever? They are a loud minority on social media and on Twitter. Everywhere else, they have no voice, no representation, and no relevance whatsoever. And because I don't pander to these social parasite scum, you accuse me of being a reactionary and a tailist. I want you to justify your reasoning behind that. Go ahead, sir.
I think that when you go out of your way to attack gay people, right, then you alienate not only gays but a large segment of people who are friends with gays, right? Who have
When have I
relatives
attacked
who are
gays?
gay,
I didn't do that.
who
Stalin did.
support
I
gay
didn't.
rights.
Don't blame
That's
me
a
for what
big
Stalin did. I
that's a
didn't
big
attack gays at
chunk
all. Stalin
of
did
the
that.
American working class.
When did
And
I
if you
attack
if you
gays?
alienate them, you're going against your own. You're shooting yourself in the foot, basically, right?
Sure.
And you
When
could say, oh well, they're unimportant, and they're a kind of convenient whipping boy that I can use because they look unusual, you know. But
are
again,
you
who
saying I'm
says stuff like
attacking
that?
gays
Like,
because I'm
who
attacking?
says?
Why are you
Excuse me, I'm not done
insulting?
talking.
Why are you
Excuse me.
insulting
Who
gays?
says just because somebody's a despised minority, then we can safely oppress them
Okay.
to score
The
political
people, the
points?
people in the
Who
Chaz
says that?
mugshot, the people in the
I'm
Chaz
sorry. Who says
mugshot,
that?
the people in
Who
the
says
Chaz
that?
mugshot. Are you
Who the
calling?
fuck says that, Hayes?
Who's?
Nazis say that shit. That's who says it.
You're getting a little angry, Dr.
And if you think that's
Trotsky.
going to make you
Dr.
popular,
Trotsky, simmer
it's going
down,
to make
simmer
you
down.
popular among Nazis.
Dr. Trotsky, I don't have soda. Simmer down. Anyway, you're saying that the people in the Chaz mugshot that's what the gays are. That represents gay people.
I'm saying that when you attack activists who have put themselves
Oh,
on
so
the
that's the
line
protected
for a
class. The
certain
protected
cause,
minority is the
what do you look
ideological
like?
activists of the
What
left,
side are
which
you on?
isn't, hey, hold on, isn't
Who
that
are you
a little bit
allying yourself
self-serving?
with?
Isn't that a little bit self-serving where you're going to go ahead and try and say that, oh, the people who are oppressed just so happen to be the people who are discursively the ideological activist vanguards trying to push this agenda. You have turned the lumpen intelligentsia into the subject of class warfare instead of the proletariat. It's so fucking
Intelligentsia is not a
self-serving.
term.
You're basically saying
That's
people
not a
who
term.
think like I do and have the same ideas I have in my head are the true revolutionary class. Whereas the working class, because they don't have the same ideas, the enlightened ideas I have in my head, those are a bunch of scum and fuck them. But, oh, don't attack the protected class, the lumpen intelligentsia at Chaz who lynched 2 black teenagers. That's a sacred cow. You should
These
not go near
enlightened
those
ideas
people.
that you're
But
talking about are things like
you can
interracial marriage.
accuse and defame the
Who
American
wants to
working
abolish
class
that?
as a basket of
Republicans.
deplorables, and you can call them reactionary scum and whatever, but I can't attack this acute minority of social parasites. Interesting.
I don't actually use terms like scum. I don't attack people's
How
humanity.
politically correct of you.
I don't see that as commensurate with communist ideology in the slightest.
That's very
Not even the
politically correct of
bourgeoisie.
you.
Not even the bourgeoisie. I think the bourgeoisie should be ended, right?
I
They should
think
be
you're a
ended
hippie.
as a class.
I think you're a hippie.
They're not less than human or
Okay,
whatever.
can I
No one
give you
is.
a quotation from Chairman Mao Zedong?
Okay, you think this is going to help your case, huh?
He
Go
said,
ahead.
communism is not love. Communism is the hammer we use to destroy the class enemy. Smash the class enemy. That's what he said.
I love that quote. Yeah, that's a great quote. But what do you
But
think
it-
it means?
but it doesn't
What do you think it
align
means?
well with your hippie California bullshit now, does it?
Oh no, it aligns perfectly with it. What do you think it means?
I think it means communism is the weapon the proletariat uses to crush and break into smithereens the class enemy. None of this language. Oh, I won't call them scum. I will call them scum. The people who rule us are parasite scum. The left is made up of parasite lumpen scum, and they are enemies of the working class.
I think it's just very dangerous and poor for a communist to say this group of leftists is scum in the same way that
Why?
the bourgeoisie is.
No,
I
they're
think the
worse. They're
bourgeoisie
worse. The bourgeoisie
gets
is
set aside
motivated
some
by
special
egotism.
program. You know what I'm
They're
saying?
worse than the bourgeoisie.
They're the ones who are actually the
Much
bloodsuckers of the
worse.
poor. You don't think that the people with purple hair or whatever are the ones who are, sucking up the surplus value, do you? Is that what you think is happening here?
They are the ideological,
They're the ones who are
political.
committing imperialism
They
on
are
a
the
global
super.
scale.
Hold on. I cannot. You seem to be confused about materialism. As Marxists, we cannot ascribe moral agency to material relations of production. All we can do is condemn and attack their superstructural representatives. As far as the elimination of the bourgeoisie as a material class, and I'm not talking about the current superstructural manifestation of the monopoly bourgeoisie that's tied to the state, but the material element of the bourgeoisie that is always and everywhere reproducing itself in the countryside, as Lenin called them, that is a process that takes decades and decades and decades. It cannot directly be done in an activistic, voluntaristic way. But meanwhile, their superstructural representatives, their prostitutes, we can attack those people. We can attack the prostitutes of the bourgeoisie. We can attack the monopoly, parasite, manifestation of the bourgeoisie in the form of the deep state and the Wall Street and City of London financial ruling class and ruling class in general. We can attack those people, but as far as the fundamental social relation of the extraction of surplus value, as you're talking about it, that cannot be activistically destroyed in a voluntaristic way. That takes decades and decades of the development of the forces of production, which is a change in the mode of production, not a change in political relations of the superstructure.
Yeah, I don't see how you think that's helping your case, man. You're going onto somebody else's ground and you're fighting there in a place that you're weak, right? I mean, the same
Prove
is
it.
true of like the use of the American flag.
Prove
Like,
it.
you think that communists waving the American flag, do you think you're going to be better at waving the American flag than, like before any sports game, right? Like
You're
anywhere in the United
goddamn right.
States, or
You're
better than the
goddamn right, I
military?
do.
You think you're going to be better at waving the flag than the reactionaries?
That's the
They
flag
wave
of
the
my
flag
country. I
all
was born in
day
this
long.
country. That's the flag of my country. I was born in that country. It's my country. I'm in
You
America.
have no comparative advantage there, right? Do you think you're going to be better at anti-wokeism than the reactionaries who that's all they do, right? And you know how they come off, right? They
Yeah, but
come off as very anti-black, as very
they
anti-gay.
don't
They come
rep
out
my
as
communist
extremely
history. Hold on.
misogynistic.
They
Is
don't
that who you
hold
want
on.
your child to ally yourself with?
Those reactionaries
Is
aren't the
that who you
ones who
want as
took
your allies?
over. They haven't
Do
taken
you think
over.
they represent the working class? Do you
They're
think these
not accountable
Republican
to me.
country club
They are not
anti-wokeists?
accountable to me because they are not distorting the meaning of Marxism and communism. They're just ignorant about it. They're not the ones
Oh,
going
yes, they
around.
are. No,
They're not the
who
ones
say that
going
Stalin killed
around
100
and
million
making an
people. They
embarrassment.
are absolutely the biggest distorters of
No, they're
Marxism
not.
and
No, they're
communism
not.
that exist.
No, they're not.
Way bigger than anyone with purple hair or whatever the
No,
hell.
the distorter
Those people are
distorter
just
is
more
not
Marxist
the
in a way.
distorter. The distorter is not the PragerU video that says communists are a bunch of lazy bum degenerates. The distorter is the person who confirms what the PragerU video is saying by identifying as a communist while being a lazy bum degenerate. That's the distorter.
What makes a person a lazy bum degenerate?
Somebody who makes excuses for their own laziness and mediocrity by trying to use the ideas of communism and class struggle to explain why, despite actually being relatively privileged in life, which most communists are, they ended up being such a fucking loser who couldn't be successful because they wanted to go to fucking arts and crafts school instead of be a doctor or something.
Isn't going to school or art school or something being successful? Like, what is being
No,
successful?
it's not. No, it's a waste of money and it's fucking stupid.
Okay, what's being successful?
Being successful is you spending your money wisely. And if you have privilege, if you have capital to spend and you fuck that up, you're gonna blame the bourgeoisie because you're a fucking dumb bum who decided to go to fucking humanities and spend all this fucking money in some dumbass fucking creative school instead of doing something that's actually gonna get some actually return on your investing capital?
I don't know. I think, most people are like pro arts, like most people enjoy consuming the arts, right? Like
Okay,
they
and
like musicians,
Dr.
they
Hippie
like
is the
artists, they
distorter.
like painters, and going to school for that. I don't know that people see that as such a big negative as you're making it out. I don't think people see it as a failure.
yeah,
I mean, let's say
those
you wanted to be
things.
an
And who
activist,
decides
right?
who gets to have a profession where they make a living off of that? The only people who can make a living off of arts are people who produce popular art in some capacity, which is like 0.1% of them. So those are the people who can make a living off of it, and you're not entitled to that. You're not entitled to be given money for See, for example, a doctor doesn't have to be a good doctor. You just have to know how to be a doctor. That's enough, right? An artist who's doing actual creative work, you actually have to be good at that shit to get a return on your fucking investment.
I mean, good in the sense that you are like recognized by the market, right? Does that
Yeah.
mean you're good?
If it's not going to be the
Like,
market, it's going to be the internet algorithms and clicks. And if it's not going to be that, do you think in the Soviet Union they didn't have to have artists prove their worth by actually being like popular among the masses? Yeah, you had to prove your worth.
No, I think that's better, actually. I think that's far better. You do have to prove yourself to somebody, right? But
Like for
who? The
example,
market?
yeah. For
Listen, the
example,
market
like
is
you
dominated
have
by
not,
wealthy capitalists. Hey, the
but
market's dominated by wealthy capitalists, right? Is that who we're proving ourselves to? I mean, wouldn't it be far better to prove yourself to a committee made up of workers and ordinary
no.
people and
No,
artists
it would probably
themselves,
be
right?
better to prove that your art is actually popular among the masses and is reflects the taste of the people in the masses.
There has to be some kind of connection with the masses, right? But the market is a very poor judge of that, right? I mean, you know
It's
how
it's
the
it's
art
it's a
market is
better one.
dominated
It's
by
a
a
better
few.
one than whatever fucking bureaucracy you imagine should do it instead. Like some kind of like DSA committee. Oh, we're gonna accept this art. What a horrifying thing.
Yeah, but if somebody buys like one of your pieces for $1 million, then the market has spoken, right? But one rich person could do that. Does that make you a good artist?
You're talking about the so-called high art. I'm talking about popular art, which is actually mostly being fucking done through the internet, not done through money laundering schemes, which is the art world.
Well, yeah, right. Our world is full of problems. All I'm saying is that the market is not a very good proxy for your connection to the
What's the
masses.
market? Like for example, this is the market, right? Infrared is much more successful at spreading these ideas than you are, as reflected by the market of YouTube. You have 4K subscribers, I have 16K, so that market has spoken. What's wrong with? But I'm sure you would prefer it that like someone appoints you as the person people have to watch instead, right?
No, I think it's great. Look, you know what? If you're a communist and we share a lot of positions in common, even though I think you have a lot of fascist, I would say, look, good luck to you. Let
What
me see
about
you
hold
be
on?
really
But I
successful.
want you to defend your
Let me
point.
see you be so
How is it
successful that I
fascist?
cannot be in a communist space without allying with you. Let's see if that works out, right?
How am
Let's
I a
that happen.
fascist?
Let's see
How
if
am I
your
a
flag
fascist?
waving is so popular that people can't get enough of it. Yes, yes,
Okay, how am I a
USA,
fascist?
USA,
How am I a
communist
fascist?
USA. Okay, maybe that can happen. I mean, weird things happen, like maybe that's gonna, but you know what? This is where praxis comes in, right? This is where praxis beats theory. You can read Lenin all you want, you can quote me
How am
whoever
I
you
a
want,
fascist?
but unless you can show me, then it doesn't really add up to very much, right? And if all you do
Okay.
is attack other communists, I don't see that as something that's going to
Yeah,
win. But you know
I've been
what?
here. I've
Prove
been on
me.
the
I'd love
internet.
to be wrong.
I've been on the internet for 1 year, and I've already sown I've already shook things up among the so-called online left. But I want to ask you a question. How am I a fascist? Go ahead, explain.
Well, you seem to be very interested in articulating an ideology which pisses on marginalized groups.
Such
You don't
as,
support them.
such as
What do you mean, such as? What have you been listening during this entire
the petty
debate?
bourgeois intelligentsia, the oppressed, marginalized petty bourgeois
Well, you
intelligentsia.
call them scum and
They're scum,
parasites.
like Marx called
You
them.
you
Scum.
use fancy language for it that's non-Marxist, I would say.
Marx called them scum.
But you're doing the same thing. You're putting down
Okay.
a marginalized set
Should
of
I
groups.
quote what Marx and Engels said about
That's
the?
fascism.
Okay, fascism. I will quote you what Engels has said about the lumpen proletariat. This scum of the decaying elements of all classes, which establishes headquarters in all the big cities, is the worst of all possible allies. If the French workers in the course of the revolution inscribed on their houses, "Death to the thieves," and even shot down many. Damn. They did it not out of enthusiasm for property, because they rightfully consider it necessary to hold that band at arm's length. Sounds like they're holding those Chaz zombies that laying eggs at arm's length. Thank God for them. Antifa!
You know, Lenin is coming out of a context where the petty
Antifa!
bourgeois kind of like have a huge influence in the media, right? I mean, that's sort of true today as well, right? Like, you know, who speaks for the rich, right? You know, it's not the bourgeoisie themselves who
Can you
are
address
pundits
Marx?
and on TV and whatever, right?
Address
It
what
is the
Engels
petty
just said.
bourgeoisie.
Engels,
Are you
fascist
with
or
me on
not?
this?
Frederick Engels, fascist or not?
Are you with me when I say it is the petty bourgeoisie that is the kind of dominant force in like among pundits and so forth, right? They're not the bourgeoisie, right? They're bourgeoisie
Engels
adjacent.
said
They
the
hope to be.
scum of the decaying elements of all classes. The urban petty bourgeoisie just so happens to be an extremely decaying class element, as the class of people who found out that they're not going to make a living being interpretive dance instructors. So, yeah, that is going to be the lumpen that Engels was talking about. Now, can you please address Engels' quotation and tell me whether or not Engels is a Nazi? Go ahead, sir.
I love how you do these long context-free quotes, and then you're like, Engels agrees with me.
Establish the context.
Engels doesn't agree with you. Engels is pragmatic, right? Engels says this, okay? We'll ally ourselves with reactionaries around an issue, and once that issue's over, then we're over, right?
Citation.
That's what Engels says.
Citation.
This is from Principles of Communism, right? And also from the manifesto.
Citation.
We'll ally ourselves with reactionaries.
Citation.
But we will not. We're not gonna lie in bed with them forever. We'll as to the extent that they represent
establish
workers,
that as the context for his quote about
the minute that diverges, and
he
our
called them
paths
scum,
diverge.
sir. Dr. Trotsky, he called them scum. Can you please establish how that's the context for him calling them scum? Because that's what you said was Nazi that I did.
Doesn't mean what you think it means. It doesn't mean this is somebody who we can now dehumanize.
No, it means
right?
it means non-binary DSA communism, right? What does it actually mean? Establish the context.
I don't know. You know, you sound like somebody who knows words but doesn't know their meaning or something.
Sure. May I offer my interpretation of
why
you're?
Can
I offer my interpretation of why you're stumbling and mumbling your way into saying shit you can't back up with anything?
Well, that's not actually what's happened here. What's happened is that you cannot answer any question.
But I can explain why you're doing it. I can explain why you're doing it.
What's the strategic value of cutting off large portions of the working class? How does that help you organize?
They're not large portions at all.
Oh yeah, they are. They are large portions.
They're large. You see, you think that because they're big on Twitter, but they're not big anywhere else.
Cut off anyone who isn't with you in the anti-woke backlash, right? Maybe some people think, hey, you know what? White supremacy does deeply
you seem to be confused. Why do I have to pander and appease?
Maybe some people have some sympathy with that.
I don't have to pander and appease.
Maybe large groups of people have sympathy with that.
Okay.
And then, you know,
did Lenin unify the intelligentsia, or did
really such a thing as racism?
PhD, sir.
Okay.
There isn't really such a thing.
Oh yeah, racism.
Is that what you think?
Sure, racism isn't real. Nothing's real. It's all hippie California. Anyway, can you please answer the question?
I don't know if you're doing the equivalent of shit posting right now, or if you mean that for real, because you're not big on giving your actual positions, are you?
Here's my position.
I've had to question you.
Here's my position. So petty bourgeois ideologists and activists aren't worth a grain of shit, especially when for decades they've failed to actually reach the working class. You want me to pamper them and be nice to them when they're out here repping communism, talking communism? They haven't reached anybody. They've been complete fucking failures and clowns, prostitutes of the Democratic Party at best. It's the only impact they've ever had on reality is being prostitutes of the Democratic Party and being at the cultural vanguard of U.S. imperialism. But you want me to hold their hand and baby this class of degenerate parasites when the measure is the ability to reach the working class, not to reach each other and be nice to each other and make each other feel good. Why should I participate in a left of friends? It's a friend circle of the whole left. We're all discursively comrades with each other, and we like each other, and we're holding our hands with each other. But fuck the working class. We don't have to reach the working class. We failed at doing that for decades. Let's keep lying to ourselves and babying ourselves and going down this path of, well, at least we have each other. Everyone else is a reactionary. I don't buy that. I stand with the people. I stand with the American working class. I don't care about people who call
Well, I don't
themselves
know. It
communists.
seems like you're calling them subhuman. It doesn't seem like you really stand with them. It sounds like you're like, well, fuck you, left. I'm going to ally
I
myself with
call them
Republicans and
not
reactionaries.
subhuman, not
Maybe you'll
subhuman,
organize them.
not
You know,
not
that'll be
subhuman.
interesting to see.
I
Won't
don't
it?
have to
Maybe you'll
organize the
organize them.
post-human.
Historically, what
Post-human.
organizes reactionaries well is fascism. It's saying, look, I'm going to make sure you guys are taken care of. You know, you guys, the white straight males. I'm going to make sure that you guys have health care, right?
What does that have
The
to do
rest
with
of
the
them,
working
no,
class?
fuck them.
So whoever reaches the working class is a fascist.
What the hell? Is that what you think?
What are you saying? How is that anything like what I'm saying? White straight males.
Well, I'm saying when you reject wokeism, right? Whatever the hell that means, right?
Do you
When you
think most
reject the
black
idea
people do you
that
think most
look,
black
there's
people
a
are woke?
patriarchy. When you reject
Do
the
you
idea
think
that white
most black
supremacy is
people
a
hold on?
key part of
Do
our
you think
history, when you reject trans rights, when you reject
okay,
gay
sure, I
rights,
reject
who do
every
you go
right in the
to?
I
When you
reject
wave
human
the
I
flag, you
reject
gonna go to
human
them?
rights. I reject human
You're
rights,
gonna
sir.
organize them?
I reject
You're gonna
human
tell them, hey,
rights.
I'm a communist.
I'm
Wait, look,
against human
I wave a
rights.
flag like you. Let's be
I
communists together.
I'm against human rights.
I'm not friends
Anyway,
with all those people with their
okay.
weird looks and whatever. They have subhuman physiques. They're not my friends.
They're
Maybe you'll be
not
embraced by
subhuman,
the country
post-human.
club set. I will be
Post-human.
very interested to see whether that's true, but I
Post-human.
have my doubts.
Post-human.
I think you're going to be rejected pretty soundly by them. But if they do take you in,
Okay.
I think they'll
Let's
take you in
measure it.
because
Okay, let's
you
do a
seem like a
race.
fascist. Yeah.
Sorry, let's do a race. 1 year from now, who has reached out to more working class people, me or you? You want to do the race?
Sure. Let's take it on. It's a challenge.
Okay. How do we measure it?
What's on
With
the
a
line?
YouTube channel? How do you measure it?
What do you mean a YouTube
Because
channel?
you went by the
We both have
way,
YouTube channels.
you went on that one conservative guy, his channel. He had 400,000 views, and you made a complete ass of
Yeah.
yourself trying to sell the average person on why Stalin was good. Not once did you talk about his living memory among the Russian people today. Instead, you talked about, oh, let's go into the history and the context. Nobody bought into it. You look at the comments, they all
Oh, I'm
said you
so
were a
sorry
fool.
you didn't like my video there. Maybe you could do better. You should
Wasn't
reach
your
out to
video.
that guy.
You had a
maybe
chance to
interview him.
go. You had a chance to go reach normal people and explain them why Stalin is good. You completely fail. You are a failure
How
of
many views did
the
that get?
communist cause. You are a failure. I give
How
you an
many
F.
views did that
I
get?
take your PhD and I'm grading you. You get an F. I have your PhD now. You're my student. I give you an F minus for defending
Gosh,
the legacy
in
of
order to
Stalin.
grade me, you would have to be my teacher, but
I
that's
am
not
your
exactly
teacher.
the situation.
I'm your teacher now. I've taken your PhD because you lost this debate so bad.
Wow.
I take your PhD. It's mine now.
Man, I got it to you. You're very entertaining. Use
No,
those
I'm
skills, you know.
serious.
Maybe reactionaries will have similar laughs as I'm having, you know. Maybe you'll laugh.
Can you
your way to
define a
communist
reactionary?
revolution.
Define a reactionary.
Well, I define a reactionary as somebody whose politics are pro-capitalist and whose social views are, you know, towards the traditional family and towards a kind of toxic Christianity. In the West, that's a reactionary, right?
Okay,
Somebody
so
who looks to
paganism is
enslave
progressive then.
women in a
So
traditional
can I ask you a
family,
question?
who
Can I
is
ask you a
against
question?
gays, who is against trans, who does not believe trans people should exist or do exist even, right? Somebody who
Marx
is
and
white
Engels didn't
supremacist.
say a
This is
damn
all
thing about.
reactionary
Hold on.
ideology.
I didn't ask you just for a description. I'm asking you your reasoning. Why? Why is the trans issue decisive
And
for
I'm giving you
defining
that, man.
reactionary?
I've given you copious amounts of
First time.
reasoning.
What
And
is
by
the
the way, that
reasoning for
applies to
why
you
a
pretty
trans
well.
issue is decisive?
I didn't say it was decisive, but it's part of the mix
Why?
because these are
Why?
people who believe in a traditional gender binary.
Marx and Engels did.
trans.
Well, Engels, in his Origins of the Family, said under communism, true monogamy of relations between man and woman will be realized. True monogamy, he said. He said monogamy. So your
Yeah, because it's
polysoul,
based on
there's no room for your
based on
hippie
love,
polysoul in
not on a
communism,
property
according to Frederick
relationship.
Engels.
Based on
No
love,
room.
though, not a property relationship.
Sure,
And you
but
know,
he said
we do
true
have that.
monogamy between man and woman. Marx said the
Okay.
most authentic human relationship is the relation between man and woman. Sounds pretty traditional to me.
Okay, well, I'm glad you have your slavish interpretation of that text. I wonder if it's
Tell
broadly
me.
shared,
You're
or if
saying
you're the only one who has
you're
it.
defining reactionary about so-called traditional family roles, right? How do you define so-called traditional family roles? Reactionaries of the 19th century, are they pro-capitalism? No. Actually, in the Communist Manifesto, they pointed out that reactionary socialists were some of the largest and biggest contingent of socialists that existed at the time. They weren't pro-capitalist. They wanted to turn the wheels back to feudalism. And you also called me a reactionary socialist. I would like to see you justify that. That's why I'm asking you. What is so reactionary about anything I say?
I did. In fact, I've been doing that for an hour, and now our debate is coming to a close. In fact,
I want you, if you're gonna run away now,
why you're reactionary, and why I feel reactionary.
Mr. Former Professor, I don't call you doctor anymore. I call you Mister.
Move.
You're not doctor anymore, Mr. Ass. You're not Doctor Ass. Change your name. You're not Doctor Ass. You're Mr. Ass now. Now let me ask you.
Will not be successful, man.
Okay,
Mr. Will not be successful.
Mr.
We're not going to organize.
Okay, Mr. Ass. Let me ask you a question. Okay, let me ask you a question. People. Before you run away, I just want to ask.
Hey, thanks for coming on, man. It's been a real trip.
Okay, Mr. Ass. Bye, Mr. Ass.
No, I'm not running away. I'm just going to give you a couple of summary remarks. All right. So during this debate, I spent the entire time.
You don't know what reactionary means. You can't define it. You said pro-capitalism plus traditional family. What's the traditional family? How do you define that?
Well, you give me a bunch of random quotes and then interrupt me every time I'm talking for more than 10 seconds. But nonetheless, I still define all my terms.
I'm not like your students who has to listen to you ramble on talking a bunch of bullshit.
And you know what?
Talking nonsense.
If you want to show me,
everyone's on my stream. Nobody's watching your dumbass stream.
Fucking prove it.
Nobody cares about your dumbass stream. Let me check.
Show me that you're organizing the segment that you want to organize. The petty bourgeois, Republicans. Show me that you want to organize.
Only 200 people are watching your shit. Only 200 people are watching your shit.
And the rest of y'all, I hope this has been educational.
It's literally only 200 people watching this bullshit.
Ideology and how.
Yeah, only 200 people are watching you. I don't know who you're addressing. There's 800 are watching me. 200 are watching you.
All right.
He kicks me out. Okay, Dr. Ass did a horrible job. I took his PhD. PhD taken. PhD taken.
Hi.
What the fuck? Okay, PhD taken.
That was my debate, the end of it.
PhD taken. Bitch, I just took your PhD. I just took your PhD, bitch. Talk shit about me on Twitter, then you fucking give me such a poor performance. I ask you what a reactionary is. Can't even fucking answer it. Damn. I thought that was going to be a lot harder than it was, and it's not. Dr. Trotsky is no longer a PhD. I'm going to make that tweet. I'm going to make that a tweet. We're going to go ahead and tweet it. I'm going to go ahead and tweet. Okay. Go ahead and tweet. We're going to go ahead and say PhD taken. I just took S PhD. I will be changing. I am now Dr. Haas, PhD in Marxism-Leninism. He must be called Mr. Asatar Bair,
PhD, Dr. Oz.
as he is no longer a doctor. And I'm changing my Twitter name to Dr. Haas as well. Let me go ahead and change it. Let me see. It's more settings, account, sorry, profile, edit, Dr. Haas changed. He just lost his fucking PhD. Oh, man. He just lost his whole PhD. Thank you, FP Willie.
Please.
Thank you, DM Tree for the 5. Thank you, Jay, for that 10. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you so much.
Based.
Congratulations, Dr. Hayes. You destroyed Mr. Bair.
Yeah, Mr. Bair, he's not PhD anymore.
Based.
Dr. Trotsky, your PhD has been revoked.
Complete revocation of PhD. He's now my student. He's now my student. I thought I was gonna have to go deeper, and we didn't have to go deeper. That was really easy. That was actually really easy.
Based.
Thank you, son. Appreciate you, man. Samira, are you done? Damn, she's not done yet.
based,
Thank you, Default. Appreciate you.
Sultanas the
Did I
Creole,
really miss a 50?
PhD.
No shot. Johnny with the 50. Thank you so much, man. I'm so sorry I missed that. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate that. Appreciate you. Appreciate you so much, man. Appreciate you so much. 3 PhDs. That was fun, guys. I had a lot of fun.
based,
Hayes the Undefeated.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you. See, now I understand why these people don't debate me. I ask them basic questions they can't answer. Like, that's why they don't debate me. It's not that I'm yelling. I wasn't yelling. I said I asked them basic questions they can't answer. I literally just asked them, like, very simple questions. And they're like, and I give them quotes, everything, and they can't answer. Thank you so much, Voidburn. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't know.
based,
Thank you, American Promethean.
Easy win
Appreciate
for
you.
Dr. Oz.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you. You see how simple it is? Thank you,
Great
Push and
job, Oz.
Pete.
Sincerely, Louis Farrakhan 666.
That only lasted 1 hour. That was a 1 hour debate. Thank you so much, Voidburn. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Let me read out Voidburn's super chat. Asatar accused you of quoting Marx, Lenin, Engels out of context. When asked to contextualize them, he dodges, then turns into a fart turbine, saying nothing for 10 minutes. Straight, just wanted him to shut the fuck up. Yeah, I mean, he kept like muting me, I think, on his channel. Thank you so much, Rare Wolf, for the 5. Appreciate you, man. He kept like muting me on his channel, which is interesting because it's like, bruh, 800 people are watching it on mine.
White
So
hippie
what are you
leftist
muting it for?
PhD reappropriated by Afro-Asiatic male with Mediterranean characteristics.
Yeah, that's true racial equity right there.
based,
Racial
Free
redistribution
PhD,
equity.
free YSL.
Thank you, Dimitri. Appreciate you, man. Guys, I'm just curious because, you know, I'm really curious. Like, most people are gonna watch this debate on my channel. They're not gonna see it on his channel. So like, him like muting me and shit, it just makes him look bad. Paper win. Holy fuck, man.
Asatar
Thank you.
couldn't cite a single thing from Marx, Engels, Lenin, Stalin, because he has never read them. I have better read freshman students. Keck.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Thank you so much, Paper win.
No good faith. There's no way he believes that leftoids are a big part of the working class.
By the way, I want to give credit where credit's due. I took this idea of stealing PhDs from Kantbot. Kantbot was the one who started this trend that when you debate someone with a PhD and you win, you take their PhD. They're no longer a PhD. You take it from them. So that comes from Kantbot. And that was my inspiration for that. But yeah, I mean, that was a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be. Because, yeah, that was just super easy. Let's see what he's saying now. I loved it. I loved it. I had a great time. I had a great time. He's meditating now. He's meditating. Oh god, yeah, he's got to meditate that one. He's got to do a lot of meditating for that one because that was yeah, he's got to meditate on that one.
based,
He's meditating now.
Thank you, Jesse Miller. Appreciate you. Yeah, he's really got to meditate that one. I mean, that was the easiest fucking debate I've ever done. That was literally the easiest debate I've ever done. That that was actually scheduled or planned. Even the debate with JF was like took more thought power from me. This was like just super fucking easy. This was super easy. But I am a doctor now. I am now a doctor. Now, this is like a word of warning. Hey guys, don't debate Haas. It's not a good idea. Holy fuck, Jennifer, thank you so much.
Weird how he lost his cool. Guess all his meditation didn't help.
Yeah, he got angry.
Based.
Thank you, Chris Morlock.
Nostalgic for the days a hippie could get a PhD and make a living on selling meditation classes and virtue signaling to Baizuos. Gone are these days?
Thank you so much, Chris.
Easy win. You destroyed Caviar Kapsky.
Thank you so much, MTF. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. That guy's not good at debating, but he's also not knowledgeable about anything. Like, I kept giving him quotes. Like, let's remove from the context. Okay, I'll give you the floor. Establish the context. And he's like, no. That was funny. That was a lot of fun. But it lasted so quickly. Now we have to fill the content. We're gonna stream for a little bit, actually. Yeah, we're gonna stream for like a long time, I think. Yeah, we'll stream for hours. You guys can't hear Samira, but that was fucking hilarious. That was so funny. Samira, how long are you gonna take? What are you doing?
Based.
Before newbies leave,
Why
can
in
you
the dark?
explain why the doctor's definition of reactionary sucks?
Thank you so much, Madeo. Let me grab Samira a chair. Yeah, I'll do a Twitter space maybe. Yeah, we'll probably do a Twitter space. That was fun.
Based.
I have never seen a more thorough evisceration in my life than this debate. Us obliterated Asatar. Asatar looked
Thank you
lost
so
and
much,
bewildered by the
Paperwin.
arguments of the great Khan.
Thank you so much. If I'd missed it, Madeo with the 5. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. What do you guys think? I had a lot of fun. We're gonna do a Twitter space probably, and I need my thing. I need my thing. Yeah, I need that thingy.
Based.
Oh,
Mr.
fuck!
Bear.
Thank you, unidentified. But Tereshi, thank you so much, man.
Gorilla, son.
Appreciate you so much, Tereshi. Thank you, man.
Son, gorilla, son, gorilla.
Thank you, Tereshi.
PhD celebration, party popper.
Thank you so much, Tereshi. Let me go grab my charger.
Based.
Proud if NY young brother.
Thank you so much, Third Rail. Yeah, Samira's just doing makeup. Yeah, she said she's doing it in the dark because my lighting is so bad. Okay, sure. Alright, let's get this. And then I have an app to use. There it is.
based,
Z.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
I guess a PhD
Malhab.
allows you the privilege of not defending a single statement or accusation posed.
Thank you, Dementor.
Samira. Yala.
Fuck. Here it is. It's connecting. Move your hands up. Do you think views on... Nah, shut the fuck up, Huncho. Literally shut the fuck up. Yeah, I got a PhD tonight, guys. Took his PhD. Thank you so much, Unidentified. Thank you so much, man. It's connected. No, it's not connected. I think I have to use... Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you.
Amat. Sila.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you so much. Okay, it's connected now. Perfect. All right, now that it's connected, okay. I also didn't get sleep. I didn't. I got fucking 2 hours. It was like 3 hours. I went to sleep at 10. No, I didn't sleep. I went to sleep at like 10. I went to sleep at like 11:40 and woke up at 3. What are you talking about? I got like 3 hours of sleep. I'm not. How am I fucking lying? How am I lying? She just has this problem. She just cannot reason correctly. Your hands up, any money, be the rhythm. I want to test something. Spaces. Hello. Indeed. The finer facts. Alright, I have my space up. Somebody join it and request to speak. So so I could like see if the output can go on desktop. You'll do it now? You're taking so long. Everyone's waiting for it. Everyone's waiting. Okay, Samira. Add a speaker. Speak. No, you're muted.
Hello, hi. Hi, everyone.
Ah, fuck, it doesn't work. It's like nobody can hear you on the desktop. Fuck.
I can hear you when you do your Twitter spaces.
Oh wait, audio?
Yeah.
Volume on. Wait, speak now.
Hey. Okay.
Let me see this. All right. No.
Sure, you got it.
Let me actually turn Bluetooth on. See
What?
if I can connect the audio. The desktop.
Talking about.
Of course you don't.
Well done. What was his thing again?
His reason was that he didn't give one. He just said, all right, the debate's over now. Goodbye.
Did he accuse you of being a fascist?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I asked him why I'm a fascist. He couldn't explain.
I mean, I just don't understand logic. I mean, nothing you said. I mean,
No one can hear you. Just come here. Just finish whatever you're doing.
I am.
No, you're not. You're taking so fucking long.
Okay, you can. We're gonna go all night, right?
I guess.
Okay. Here you go.
All right, anyway, I want to just talk about quickly. So, let me put it this way. If someone can come debate me, you can take my PhD. I'll remove doctor from my name because we're basically passing his PhD around now. We're passing around his PhD. And if I lose, you know, yeah. If I lose, then, you know, I'll give you the PhD. I'll give it to you. You'll have it. You know? You know, I can't. Mods, check the fucking mod chat. So fucking stupid. Mods, check the fucking private mod chat. Alright, here's this guy. Maybe he'll take my PhD. Go ahead. Go ahead, unmute yourself. This is your chance to take my PhD. Go ahead, unmute yourself. Go ahead and speak. Go ahead and speak. Excuse me. Excuse me. You're gonna get...
Doctor, that's not a question.
Yeah, what's your question?
What are the chances of some sort of communist revolution in Mexico? That
I have no fucking idea. Probably pretty slim.
Well, you could come up from Mexico and take over.
All right. He left. Interesting. Interesting. Looks like there isn't any challengers to the PhD anytime soon. That was actually very weird also. I mean, I don't know what the hell that was. I don't know what the hell that was. Matter of fact, we have food here. Hello. Yeah. What? Hold on. All right. So your issue is that the we live in socialism thing.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead. Challenge me.
I don't think there's anything social about the mode of production.
Why not?
It's against society. It's about destroying the ability to produce society, destroying the ability to produce life.
Sounds punk rock and very normative. Can you explain scientifically why it's antisocial?
Yes, it's an alliance between oil bankers and drug dealers.
You know what social?
Established itself after World War II and the CIA, and it
Okay.
creates itself in a constant class war against the communist society.
Cool. Do you know what social means?
The reconstruction of the economy through politics.
Yes.
And I mean, it is that, but it's the opposite of that.
Why?
It's not what Engels is describing. It is a perverse counter.
Rage against the machine!
What that is.
You're raging against the machine, brother. Can you explain that to us in scientific terms?
I don't understand what you mean when you say scientific in a way.
So this is my diagnosis. This is my diagnosis of you. The world's really shitty and unfair, and Marx and Engels are here to make it more fair. So for you to say that we live in socialism means you're saying the world's fair, and it's not. And Marx and Engels are raging against the machine. All right.
I'm talking about fairness here. I'm talking about a structural impetus to destroy the capacity of society to reproduce itself, to decrease the amount of food that is produced to be able to feed the people of Africa.
Yeah. So what you're basically saying. Okay. So why? Okay. So you're basically saying that there are contradictions within a socialist mode of production.
No, I'm saying that the mode of production is anti-social. It's not about the reproduction of society. It's about the reproduction of that society's destruction.
Yeah, I understand, and it's not able to successfully do that. But that's not the only criterion to what socialism is. It's also the socialization of the means of production.
The socialization happened under capitalism.
The transition from capitalism to socialism implies a long dialectic. That dialectic may very well involve a point within early stages of the transition into a socialist mode of production in which the superstructural remnants of the capitalist mode of production introduce a contradiction that may lead to the common ruin of all contending classes, as Marx and Engels put it. But in terms of how we are defining whether the mode of production today has fulfilled the prediction of Marx and Engels of an increasing socialization of the means of production and a planned economy, it seems pretty clear that we don't live in the capitalism of Marx and Engels. Seems like we're in the early stages of a different mode of production. And also, why do you assume the pessimistic outlook? Because all the shit you're talking about is the result of the political superstructure, not the actual mode of production. China's leading the revolution in the mode of production worldwide. That's why even business interests oftentimes are pro-China in the US. The reason for that is because China actually represents the reproduction of the conditions of production. The obstacles to being able to do that are increasingly political and based in monopolies, not necessarily the structure, as you put it, of the mode of production.
I view the structure of the mode of production coming out of Great Britain and being in contradiction with the United States.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I don't know how to use this thing.
Go ahead.
I view the main contradiction in the
Your
mode of
mic is
production
picking up other
as being
speakers
in
on the
the
Twitter
production
space.
centered in
It's your
Great
piercing
Britain
low.
and that centered in France. I don't disagree with what you said that.
But what about this is just the issue. Hold on, you just said it. Hold on, you just said it. What is the actual mode of production centered in Great Britain? Because I don't think it's a mode of production I don't think it's an actual mode of production that reproduces itself through production. It reproduces itself only through politics and political interventions and monopoly parasitism of the real mode of production, which is increasingly socialistic.
Well, their mode of accumulation, we don't want to call it production, they accumulate through destruction. And that political system which you're talking about, which allows them to continue the accumulation, is what you call socialism.
No, I'm not. I'm not calling the politicals. I'm not saying we have a socialist political dictatorship. Our political superstructure is still a remnant of the capitalist mode of production. I never denied that.
Then what are you claiming is social?
The actual underlying mode of production.
That exists in China, and that is ability for the Bank of London to rake in billions and billions of dollars as well.
Yeah, that money's fiat money. It's political denominated currency. Doesn't actually reflect what's going on in the mode of production.
Based.
That's political.
How do you
That's
unite
political
Ayn
money.
Rand's philosophy with
That's political.
communism and hold those two together? I personally see Ayn Rand as a hypocrite who peddled
Rage
treason.
against the machine. Dude,
You could keep saying that joke, but
dude, that sounds very punk rock. It's really punk rock. Do you have like pins saying "Save the Whales" on your trousers?
couldn't care less about the environment, dude. I care about the ability of people to grow food to feed themselves.
Okay. What is your problem? So your problem is that the corporations are raking in billions.
No, my problem is that corporations like Nestle are taking water supply and making it unable for people to irrigate their agriculture.
Okay.
I view this ability to extract these resources and destroy the very fabric of society as antisocial. I don't see.
Is that based in any mode of production, or is that based in a political superstructure that includes the monopoly formations?
Well, I mean, if you're claiming it's socialism, you're basing
The litmus test of a mode of production is its ability to reproduce itself in an economic, not just political way. How does this so-called mode of production you're talking about reproduce itself economically, not just politically? How does it economically reproduce itself?
by going around the world and blowing up other oil-producing countries.
That's political.
No, it's economic. By crushing the opposition for the selling of oil.
That's fucking political. That's political, you dumbass. That's fucking political.
The fact that Iraq is not able to sell oil.
Do you think the U.S. war in Iraq was an economic event or a political one?
Both.
Okay. You're saying war, it was like trading on a market.
I'm saying part of the interest of the forces in the United States were to lie to themselves that the imperialist Zionist machine that wishes to expand Israel are oil bankers who were upset about the competition of Saddam producing oil.
And how did they stop Saddam producing oil? Was it through economic means or was it political means?
By blowing up the oil derricks.
How do you blow up oil barracks with economics?
Missiles. They're pretty physical.
So they economically use the missiles.
Well, yeah, they detonated above their head.
So that was just an economic phenomena. That wasn't political.
No, it's a pairing of the economic and the political.
Okay, just because politics is related to something economic, I'm asking you where the actual economic mode of production is. That's not just politics.
It's an accumulation by destruction. That's my whole point.
That's political, dumbass.
What is your point? Why is it being political important?
Because that shows whether it's actually the mode of production or just the superstructure from the previous mode of production.
So these countries
Demonstrate the economic base. Demonstrate the economic base, not just the superstructure.
So the economic base is in the oil monopoly. The ability to force all countries to buy oil from...
How is a fucking monopoly enforced?
I mean, if you have to buy oil from the monopoly, that's the economy.
How is that enforced? How is that enforced? How is that enforced? How is a monopoly enforced?
Through cartel measures and...
How?
Going around missiles and boats and planes.
What is that? 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 It's fucking politics. Okay, are you a Marxist?
I'm not particularly attached to these words.
You're not a Marxist?
I will not worship at the altar of Marx if that's what you want.
Okay, so you don't believe Clausewitz that all Marxists believe that war is an extension of politics, politics is an extension of war? You don't believe that?
I believe that, but I also believe that all war is an extension of economic war.
Okay, but in order to demonstrate an actual economic base, mode of production, you have to demonstrate how that mode of production can reproduce itself outside of political interventions.
Why?
Because that proves whether it's that there lies the entire distinction between politics and economics. Politics is based on rules enforced. Economics is based on the relations of civil society.
But the relations of civil society are often violent. I mean, if...
that doesn't fucking matter. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. The question is, are they purely political? Or is there an actual economic element there that's not reducible to the politics?
There's an economic element that's not reducible to the politics.
Which is what?
The oil monopoly.
That's reducible to politics. The oil monopoly is a matter of national security for the U.S. state, and it was literally something that political planners. It's something political planners instituted in the 70s consciously. It was not the fucking result of economic activity. It was politically enforced. Planned.
I don't know what economic system is not politically enforced.
The capitalist... Sure, I'll give you examples. In the 19th century, with the capitalist mode of production, capitalists opened up factories and engaged in the economic activity of MCM in a way that was not reducible to the political superstructure. There was an actual economic phenomena structured that was called capitalism.
Yes. And that economic political structure came in there because... How did it exist? Did it require mass amounts of violence against large groups of people?
that is immaterial to the fact of whether it was also not just a political superstructure, but reflecting of an actual mode of production.
I don't think you've made a good distinction between those two things.
Because it's cause and effect. A mode of production gives rise to a political superstructure. A base gives rise to a superstructure. A superstructure doesn't create a base.
So the base of the oil monopoly decided the political objective of the targeting of a specific country.
No, see, that's just the case. That oil monopoly was only sustained politically. Meaning the entire monopoly is political. It's a political monopoly. That's what monopoly means, you dumb, stupid fuck. There is no economic activity that is not reducible to the political superstructure there. None. And to the extent that there is, it's socialistic. And it enters into contradiction with the political superstructure.
The same thing you just said can be described to capitalism.
No, it cannot. No, it fucking cannot. No, it fucking cannot. Because though they're interrelated, they're not reducible in the 19th century. Capitalists, through an organic process, MCM is happening. And there's no need, it's not a monopoly yet, it's actual market. That's happening. Now, when it becomes a monopoly, that ceases to, then it becomes political. It acquires the quality of socialization and politicization. Before then, it reflects the economic bonds of civil society, not reducible to the state. And the proof is in the fucking pudding, because before the state served the capitalist class, the capitalist mode of production had emerged in the feudal state. You dumb, stupid fuck.
Before the state served the antisocial mode of production, the antisocial mode of production existed in the state.
So feudalism was capitalism. Feudalism and capitalism are the same. So feudalism and capitalism are the same.
No, they're not at all the same. They have entirely different relationships.
In feudalism, under the feudal superstructure, political superstructure, there was a capitalist mode of production that was emerging.
Under the capitalist superstructure, there was an anti-socialist mode of production that was developing.
Hey, retard. Under feudalism, there was a capitalist... I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Have some goddamn respect when somebody tries to be polite and have a reasonable intellect.
Listen, I have a PhD. Sit down, kid. I have a PhD.
Arguments anyway.
Sit down. Sit down, kid. I have a PhD. Sit down, kid. I have a PhD. Anyway.
I'm stealing it from you, bitch.
You're not stealing shit. Under the feudal superstructure, there was emerging a capitalist mode of production where the state was not serving the interests of the capitalists, but nonetheless capitalism was emerging. Go ahead and explain that.
Why do I need to explain your point?
Because you're saying there's no economic activity that's not reducible to the superstructure under my qualifications. I just gave you an example of economic activity that can't be reduced to the political superstructure because the political superstructure was the vestige of a prior mode of production.
Yes, and I've conceded this point, but I've brought through this point to the reality of my own argument, which is that an anti-socialist mode of production was establishing itself before World War II. Like it started coming to power with World War I, the second World War II, the second large explosion of the rising power of this anti-socialist class. And that this material reality resulted in a superstructure that was then used to go around the world beating down other economies.
So it's no longer the capitalist mode of production.
I never claimed it was capitalist.
Okay, we're not.
I'm just saying you caused confusion by saying it's
So you think there's no mode of, so what's the mode of production?
I call it anti-socialism because it attacks society.
So the mode of production is anti-socialism. There is a social... Okay, I'll explain this to you. The mode of production is based on socialized means of production. That's the object of exchange. It's a socialized version of the means of production. Through derivatives, through a derivative exchanges among the collapse of commodity money, which is the universal store of universal labor power, the collapse of the commodity as such, and the rise of prices as units of account for the fulfillment of socially defined ends. For example, the what are they called? ERG or whatever scores that BlackRock creates now. Yeah, none of that is based. That is effectively the transition to a socialist mode of production. And you can look at the decentralized role of the internet in socializing the flows of so-called capital and the flow of money, flow of fiat money, and the restructuring of the economy on the basis of the attention economy, which means literal like economic planning for what consumers want. Walmart already fucking does that. Like, we can go on.
See, Haz, I'm not disagreeing with any of these arguments.
All right.
Disagreeing with the label of social.
All right, you're not disagreeing with any of the arguments, so you rested your case. Failed attempt. Yeah, what, Kate? Go ahead and speak.
Can be heard?
Yeah.
Everything's echoing off your speaker. Categories, like there's a level above this to lift kind of discussion from. But a question I'd have for you is, if you're defining the socialist mode of production through this socialized means of the direction of production, through consumer indexing, whatever variables BlackRock produces, is that your ideal economic mode of production? Is that what you're aiming for?
No, I don't believe in ideals.
Is that where your practice
No,
is towards bringing about?
that's a wrong way of looking at it.
How would you suggest looking at it?
Socialization of the means of production is just an economy where the mode of production lies in the fulfillment of some kind of socially contrived ends, socially established ends.
So what's the political project that comes from this? Because it seems like BlackRock consumer index scores have led to what's basically the largest potential famine in history coming in next year.
BlackRock should be completely eliminated. But the underlying technology of a state using algorithms to determine how flows of capital should be where they should be sent, that can be appropriated in some way.
So kind of communist Grimes AI economy?
I don't know about AI, what that means, but yeah, algorithms as a tool for planning, yeah.
All right, I guess a general critique here would be, I think you are the representative Marxist of today. It seems like you've got a fairly good handle of certain aspects of the flows of contemporary economy, but the positive program seems lacking.
Yeah, it is kind of lacking.
All right. You know,
I'm torn.
We worked on.
I'm torn between like economic theorists like Paul Cockshott with his idea of like supercomputer, complete central planning, with like computation technologies, or more of an understanding of China's way of using. I don't know. I think a combination of all of them probably. I just find it weird how every single company that you, and even every startup almost seems to like try and do everything at once. Like every company is trying to have this broad, over-encompassing vision of like, first of all, diversifying itself in every kind of possible way, like buying up all of these companies that have nothing to do with its original function. I mean, it seems like every single company is trying to become a communist super state that plans and controls like whole parts of the economy.
Yeah, in a certain way, it seems
like Disney. Disney doesn't just like make cartoons anymore. They want to like encompass every aspect of experience. They want to literally make a Disney neighborhood village. Like Amazon wants to make smart cities and all this kind of shit. It's like every single company is trying to compete with the Communist Party of China.
But it seems like what's different with the Communist Party of China is in this base you're talking about, with specifically the physical aspect of production. And same thing with Russia and their ballistic weaponry, but especially what China's doing with fusion energy.
What I think is probably algorithmic technologies should be appropriated to be used to promote the physical economy and the revolutionizing of the methods and forces of production through infrastructure, through methods of production, through methods of distribution, through different forms of acquiring energy. I don't believe in renewables at all. Maybe besides fusion energy, I don't know if that's renewable, but I don't believe in like solar or wind or any of that bullshit. And I also don't believe in what's the other one they push?
Hydrogen sometimes, but
yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't believe in like the green economy.
Sure. But regarding artificial intelligence or machine learning, like I say, I appreciate the dialogue you've engaged with the other LaRouche people here and there, but I'd maybe suggest looking at the core of his work from 48 to 52, which consisted of critiques of specifically Norbert Wiener's and John von Neumann's concept of information theory, which leads to artificial intelligence, where you can do certain optimization problems great with machine learning, but you really can't get a breakthrough on the physical level of production, as in what you can do with machine tools, what you can do in the actual physical process.
Yeah, I think it's a tool. I don't believe in like AI as like a replacement of human beings. I just think it can be a useful tool for large scale planning.
Sure. Yeah.
And like not even just one. I'm not saying one AI algorithm. I'm just saying like the underlying technology. Like what does BlackRock use? They use Aladdin. Like I don't know. Just these things seem to me that they would be useful.
Based.
Anyone who thinks an algorithm can run an economy has never written a line of code before. An AI algorithm cannot plan an economy.
Samir, are you done yet? Yeah. Can you grab me a water, please? Fridge.
So I just have a friendly suggestion to be wary of the vaporwave quality of a lot of these products. I got some friends in the quantum computing industry, and I think these large algorithms work similarly. It's basically something that'll be sold on a grant and then proprietary basis. That's basically a threat to every company. That if you don't have this sort of Gnostic breakthrough in data processing, some other company will, and they'll wipe you off the map. And there's not really anything principled there for the most part.
I agree. All right, man. I'll see you later. Bye.
Sure.
Thank you. Are you not dressed?
I'm wearing.
Okay. All right, suit yourself. Is like don't make sure you're dressed. I'll fucking get banned. Oh. She's so cringy. She literally spent 2 hours getting ready.
I showered.
Come here. Come sit down.
This is my bad side.
Okay, you want to switch?
No, no, no.
Okay. No one can see you.
You can see me.
All right.
Yeah, now he knows how we feel waiting for streams.
All right, we peaked like 800.
I noticed. Amazing.
You were watching?
Yeah.
What did you think?
Well, the first like 20 minutes of it, I was in the shower, so I couldn't really hear. But I think the reason why he did not fare so well, aside from your great performance, is because he actually did not know where Haas stood. Like, I don't think he understood Haas's positions.
No, he said
beforehand.
he said I hate gay people.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, well, you're spreading hateful rhetoric against gay people. What the fuck are you talking about?
Does he know about the fact that the US is trying to bully countries into legalizing LGBT rights, etc.? Like Zimbabwe, for example. Gambia is another. Brunei. That's one of Biden's main foreign policies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just asked him basic questions, and he seemed like he was struggling. Like, he never answered one of mine, but I answered all of his.
Yeah. I'm just disappointed that he left so early. I wanted a longer debate.
I did too. I didn't expect it to end so quick.
Is there anyone else who wants to debate you?
Yeah, anyone who wants to debate me, get in the Discord. We'll debate. I'm gonna order more water.
You could have told me earlier. I ordered. Is it? Are you hungry? Do you want food?
I'm not gonna eat it.
I mean, I can bring it to you.
No, it's okay.
You were on time, like 9 p.m., right?
I had to be, because if I wasn't, he would be like, oh, Haas quit. He pussied out. Alright, I gotta be on time. Because then he wasn't gonna debate, you know? But I feel like I was mean to him. I don't know why I'm not feeling bad about being
Your
mean to
code
him.
will collapse
Were you
the
mean to him
economy
when
in
were
3
you
Yeah,
seconds.
the whole time. Because he kept calling me a Nazi on Twitter. He kept liking all these very negative comments aimed against me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was liking comments, calling me an incel, all this kind of shit.
Oh, that's messed up.
Yeah, so like,
So he did not enter the debate in good faith.
no. And well, actually, when you side with the Twitter mob against me, even if you try to be polite to me, I'm gonna tear you to shreds. I will never show you mercy if you side with them.
Yeah.
I will never show you mercy. I don't even care how polite you are. When you side with that Twitter mob against me, you're my enemy. I don't give a fuck who you are. I said that his name is Mr. Asatar Bair now. He's not a doctor anymore. I took it.
And the only person capable of taking that PhD away from him is me. Just saying.
No. How?
Well, everyone thought that I crushed you
no one thought that.
in that debate about the Indo-Pacific versus Eastern Europe. I crushed him. And then yesterday, I was looking at the comments. I did crush you in that debate as well. I've beaten Haas twice.
You've never beaten me in any debate.
Yes, I have. In the Indo-Pacific
No.
debate?
No. No, every debate you lose. And then, guys, you know what she does? I beat her in
Congrats on the
every
win.
single debate,
That
and then she
debate
just
gave
gets
me
angry.
strength.
No, I don't.
She goes, I don't want to talk about this.
Did I
Stop.
do that in that Indo-Pacific debate?
Every time we have a debate.
I
That's
didn't
what
do
you
that in the Indo-Pacific
Every time
debate.
we have a debate.
I actually apologized for crushing you to that extent.
Every time we have a debate, she goes, I don't want to debate about this. I don't want to talk about this.
He's not undefeated in debates. I beat him in
He's-
the Indo-Pacific debate specifically.
She's trying to say that fucking Australia is the center of the world.
No, I did not say that.
I don't agree.
And then you admitted it on your stream the day after that I was right. Let me ask you something. You did an entire a segment on the Solomon Islands, right? And how we
And that video got 2 views.
Wait.
Nobody watched it.
Hold on. Let me finish.
Nobody cared about it. Nobody watched it. 2 views.
Okay, so you did coverage on that, and then you said that the Solomon Islands could lead to World War III because the US is getting upset over that. Now, are the Solomon Islands, are they in Eastern Europe or are they in the Indo-Pacific?
Just because war can break out because of China doesn't mean that doesn't mean the Indo-Pacific's the center. You got extreme. You said it's the center of the world.
No, I said that it's the most important geostrategic region for the US Cold War on China and Russia.
Chris Morlock asked you a question. What area of
What
international
area of
relations
are
are
you
you?
into, Samara?
Definitely
Offensive
not
neorealism?
offensive neorealism. Depends on the conflict, what frame of analysis you use. I don't have lip injections, you fucking assholes. Oh my god.
Stop. You don't have to respond to everything.
I know, but that's something that I need to set the records. No.
I think you looked better yesterday.
You haven't seen me with like proper makeup on, properly glammed up.
When I picked you up from the airport, you looked way better. Naturally.
I don't have a nose job either.
She naturally has curly hair.
Yeah.
She looks so much better with the curly hair. But she straightens it because of internalized white supremacy. I actually like the curly hair way better. And yesterday you were wearing like no makeup. When I picked you up.
Mm-hmm.
You looked way better. But
So all of this time that I spent on my makeup and getting ready wasn't worth it.
oh.
Well, I'm not trying to impress you. I'm trying to impress chat. So I did it for them.
Yeah. But
Stop furrowing your brows like
Chat-
your
chat-
brows. Excuse me, your brows.
Chat is an extension of my consciousness. So if you're trying to impress chat, you're trying to impress me indirectly.
Are you trying to say that your chat is incapable of independent thought?
Yes. That's how I designed the chat.
That's
to be.
fucked up.
You think I tolerate independent thought in my chat?
Yeah.
No. I don't. The greatest thing you can do in my chat is Gorillas and Sons. That's what we want.
based
Do a hot tub stream together. Show chest hair.
We are not doing a fucking hot tub stream.
We talked about it in Austin.
That was a joke.
My hotel had a hot tub.
I was literally just flirting with you.
Well, thanks for admitting that. We spent a good 40 minutes debating that.
Debating what?
Whether or not you flirt with me.
Yeah, I don't have to anymore.
Why?
Because, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't need to.
Alright.
Anyway,
I'm reading chat, sorry. I get distracted, I'm new to this. No, actually, makeup isn't. Because Muslim girls are known for their extravagant makeup. It's actually a really cool stereotype.
yeah, I'm an American though. I like American ways of the girl next door.
So you prefer Jennifer Aniston to Angelina Jolie?
Hell yeah.
You're on crack.
Hell
You're
yeah.
absolutely on crack.
Hell yeah. I'm an American. You're more like British.
Why? Because South Asia was colonized by Britain?
That's what I said.
Well, Lebanon was colonized by the French, so are you French?
Kind of. I like France more than Britain.
No, France is more soy than Britain.
No, it's not.
If you look at...
Napoleon.
Okay,
Napoleon,
wait.
Napoleon versus Boris Johnson. Napoleon versus that fat guy with a powdered
Why
wig.
don't we?
No,
why don't
okay.
we-
Compare Napoleon with the fat guy with the powdered wig, David Hume. Compare them.
Yeah, Jolie is way better looking than Aniston.
No.
Jennifer Lawrence or Megan Fox?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Wow, internalized white supremacy.
That's Megan Fox is white.
And who actually looks like a typical white American girl?
Megan Fox.
You're on crack.
Jennifer Lawrence looks Lebanese.
Oz does have very weird taste in women. It's just abnormal.
She's just racist.
His taste in women is anything I don't like. You know what he said last night? He said that Aishwarya Rai was ugly.
She is ugly. Samira made me watch this dumbass movie.
No, we watched like 15 minutes of it. It's a movie about the Mughal Empire.
And
so I thought,
she kept getting mad because I kept giving commentary. She was like,
oh, he was so annoying. He wasn't even paying attention to.
no, I was giving commentary to the movie, and then randomly this woman comes on screen, and I'm like, she's so ugly.
Aishwarya Rai is the most beautiful woman in the world.
Samira's like, and then I'm like, Samira's like, that's Aishwarya Rai. Like, who? Saying she's ugly.
Why is it that you have chosen like these typical like girl next door types against Jolie?
Because I'm an
and Megan
American.
Fox?
Because this is the difference. I'm an American pickup truck.
No, Aishwarya
back-
Rai, you're looking at bad pictures of her. Type in Aishwarya Rai 2006. She's older now. But type in Aishwarya Rai 2006. That was her peak.
I'm an American. Yeah, and I like Jen Psaki.
That's disgusting. Type in.
No, it's not.
Type in. Can we show them Morgan Ortegas?
No.
Do you know who she is?
No. I don't know these Humigalols.
Where-
I'm an Afro-Asiatic.
Where's your mouse?
I'm an Afro-Asiatic. Don't touch my computer. I'm an Afro-Asiatic Mediterranean male.
It's spelled AISHWARYA space RAI space 2006. There.
Samira, you just have elitist. You know what your taste is? Your taste is elitist taste from 2007.
Yeah, and in 2008 was when liberals took over Hollywood. You fucking don't.
Liberals always controlled Hollywood.
No, conservatives. It was more conservative leaning, ideologically.
Back when the conservatives controlled with the Wild West fantasies, all those women from those Wild West movies, they looked fine as hell. Guess what? They were all girl next door, very thick, very fucking
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were. Yes, they are. Marilyn Monroe, look at that.
Marilyn Monroe had like blonde hair, and she was just very typical.
No, 50s, back in those 50s Western movies and shit, they were not your 2007 elitist.
2000, the 2000s were the best.
Hell nah. That was the worst.
Jessica Alba, Aishwarya Rai, Angelina Jolie.
Hell.
Who else? Angelina Jolie, Tomb Raider,
Hell no.
is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
Hell no.
He is literally on crack.
Hell no.
He doesn't like Angelina Jolie because Angelina Jolie is tall with long legs, and she has.
She's overrated.
No, you're such a fucking zoomer. Only a zoomer would say that nonsense.
She's so fucking overrated.
Yes, I like glamorous, icy dominatrix-looking women. Yes,
I don't like that shit. I like Julia Fox.
She's not good looking.
Hell yeah, she is.
She's very average.
From Uncut Gems, Julia Fox.
She looks like a white girl. What are you talking
That's
about?
my taste, Julia Fox.
Okay,
Same route.
Irina
He's an
Shaykhul
Afro-Asiatic American male
Islamova.
under
Her
attack
name
by
is.
Tomb Raider fans.
Hold on.
Thank you.
Yes, Angelina Jolie in her 20s
Thank you so
is
much,
the most beautiful woman in the
and
world.
remember, and thank you, Max the Confessor. Thank you so much, man.
No, Julia Fox's face. I mean, I'm not gonna say she's not good looking. I just think her face is very vanilla white girl.
That's what I like.
Sophia Loren is Italian looking to me, not Julia Fox.
I don't like elitist tastes. I'm a man of the people.
You're literally on crack.
Go on, man.
All right, Irina Shayk.
I don't care about these fucking Hollywood celebrities.
Irina Shayk is Russian Tatar.
I don't give a fuck.
Afro-Asiatic
since we have
Mediterranean male under
Instagram,
assault.
Hollywood means nothing. I would reject Hollywood celebrities. We have Instagram today. Instagram has accelerated the arms race. Celebrities mean nothing.
Instagram
You look at IG,
models?
decentralized IG models are top tier.
No,
Top tier.
what?
Yes, top
That's
tier.
disgusting. He actually thinks
IG
Instagram. Hold on, you're not letting me speak. You're always interrupting me.
TikTok and IG, not TikTok, IG models up here. And then second is like Second is Twitter models. Third,
What the fuck is a Twitter model?
I don't know. Third is Google models. Fourth is fucking
Okay.
Fourth is YouTube movies, and then the bottom of the list is Twitch e-girls, and then the lowest on the list is Hollywood celebrities.
What do you think of Tyra Banks? Peak Tyra Banks.
I was told that I'm not Tyra Banks. I said, you're not Tyra Banks, Oz. You can't. Who do you think you are? Not scheduling the debate. You're not Tyra Banks. That's all I know about her.
You have like totally like Zoomer taste. It's disgusting.
No.
There's no grease in my hair, you assholes. It's wet.
Based.
Who is Oz's favorite Instagram baddie?
Thank you, Coding Jesus. And I don't remember them off the top of my head, but when I scroll through Instagram, I just see them.
Type in Morgan Ortegas.
No.
Type in Morgan Ortegas.
No!
He doesn't listen to me. He's just yelling at me. IG has no baddies. IG is filled with mediocre women who decided to go on Instagram to cater to woke liberal
Samira doesn't understand dialectics. The elite hand-picked ones, that's not Instagram's decentralized from the people.
Morgan Ortegas
Decentralized.
is better looking than Jen Psaki. 100%.
No, she's not. No, she's
Do you know who Morgan Ortegas
Let me
is?
look her up. I promise you, Jen Psaki's better.
Jen Psaki is hideous looking. She's actually hideous.
No, Jen Psaki,
Morgan Ortegas is actually Greek, I think.
Morgan Ortegas.
Yeah.
Which just rejected my appeal. Morgan, former spokesperson. That's not hot at all. This?
Yeah, she's good looking.
Jen Psaki's way more.
He's actually. Can we watch a video of Morgan Ortegas?
No.
Which ideology is less insufferable, Althusserians or situations?
Heather Nauer.
Althusserians are better. Yeah, I'm under attack. Afro-Asiatic Mediterranean taste under attack. Exactly.
Do you know what Asian taste is?
I'm Afro-Asiatic Mediterranean
Listen.
taste. Afro-Asiatic Mediterranean taste.
Yeah, Ortegas is better. Samira focuses on the eyes and looks for that certain texture. Yeah, that's true.
I don't care. I don't care about face.
So what do you like about Jen Psaki?
Her motherly, she looks her
Afro-Asiatic
fertility.
Mediterranean
She looks
tastes
very
under
fertile.
attack.
She looks very fertile and very much like a mama bear type.
Disgusting.
No,
She's like 45 years old.
I'm a
She's
natural,
no longer fertile.
natural American male taste, red-blooded American male's taste.
So you disagree with Russian beauty standards?
Yes. No, I agree with Stalinist Russian beauty standards. Watch those movies from the Stalinist era. You'll see.
Like babushkas?
No, they're all. Trust me. Watch those movies. Stalinist taste. I don't have elitist taste.
I have better taste. I want to show you Morgan Ortegas.
Samira just looks at me, guys. She literally will just look at me. She'll be like, "You're actually very handsome."
I've never said that before.
I'm like, I know. The fuck? She literally just stares at me. She goes, "Hot."
No, I don't.
You're actually very good looking. I'm like,
I
"And?"
really like his jawline. He has a nice jawline.
I'm like, and why do you act like that's a surprise? That's what I don't understand. Why do you act like that's something that's supposed to surprise me?
Based.
Thank you, Jen. I appreciate you.
Us likes women who look like a means of production.
Yeah, true. Alicia, thank you so much for
best looking first lady of all time.
Michelle.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I think it's Melania.
I think it's Michelle Obama.
Melania Trump is better looking than Michelle Obama.
I think it's Michelle.
You're woke.
And then before Michelle, it was Hillary. Yeah, you can hang out here if you're not a communist. Thank you for the 2. Michelle, damn, Michelle.
Based.
We can fix Jen
she's got
Psaki.
it.
That
Heather
plus the red
Nauert
hair.
is also really good looking. She used to be the State Department spokeswoman. She used to hate me.
I'm gonna mute it.
Based.
I am anti-communist. Can I still hang out here?
Based.
Hillary was smoking in the 90s.
Thank you, Waffles. Thank you, Voidburn, so much, man. And thank you, Max the
Based.
Confessor.
Show
Oh,
Princess Kajar on stream. 13 men died for her beauty.
that's her.
Hold on. Samira,
What?
you said Asian taste? Look up the Princess Kajar.
No, I don't want to.
Why?
Because nothing you say matters.
Really? This is the ultimate taste.
No, can I just show you? I want to use your computer.
No, you can't use my computer.
Wait, how do I?
Stop. Don't touch my fucking computer. Look, this is the ultimate. This is beauty. Before liberalism. Before liberalism, this was the beauty standard. Not kidding. Look. 13 men committed suicide because she rejected them. You know that?
You actually don't think she's good looking?
I think she is. No, I think she is. Look.
I want to show you this person, but Haas won't let me touch his computer.
Can't touch my computer.
So then can you do it for me?
I don't want to react to anything.
But this is content.
No, it's not. The content is right here. Hey, Samira.
You're so mean to me.
Why did you even stop by my fucking apartment?
Stop by.
Yeah.
I thought this business trip was related to streaming and hanging out.
No?
This business trip.
It's a business trip and you just were in town.
Mm-hmm.
Managed to stop by.
Sure. No, Haas is just saying that about Aishwarya Rai to piss me off.
No, I don't like.
He knows because it's in my bio, Aishwarya Rai's Stan account. So he looked her up in advance, and he knew that in that movie
I literally didn't.
that we watched that it was her starring.
I literally didn't.
So he's only doing that to piss me off.
I literally didn't.
I don't like you.
Really?
Okay, Haas prefers me without any makeup on. Okay, come on.
No,
He
not,
has-
not none. Not none, but like just a little. Just a little bit, like when I picked you up.
Okay, glamorous makeup is better than natural makeup.
No, it's not.
It is. Guys are intimidated by glamorous makeup.
Thank you, Captain.
Afro-Asiatic Mediterranean platonic business under scrutiny.
This is the thing. The best type of makeup is the type of makeup that is not going to scare raccoons.
Who's that? You ordered something, right? Pause, I'm touching your computer.
Stop.
What are you hiding on your computer that you don't want to see? You don't want me to see?
I don't know.
Excuse me?
That's why. I don't even know. Probably something. DMs and shit. Don't get your feelings hurt. Thank you, Void Burn, so much.
I don't have a hair clip. That's why I'm fucking with my hair. It's really pissing me off.
Thank you so much, Void Burn. Appreciate you.
I didn't have a chance to do my hair because Haas was rushing me.
You know, less. You ever heard the saying, less is more?
I've heard the saying, but it's objectively false.
Why?
First of all, it doesn't make any sense.
Why?
Based.
Two,
First
it's
date
just not
idea
the
for
truth.
glamorous
Less
makeup.
is not
Why?
Go
more.
swimming.
Because then that would entail that all women...
Less is more.
I don't give a
less-
fuck what men have to say about makeup. Sorry.
How tall is Haas IRL? How tall am I? Very short.
He's 5'11".
No, I'm not. I'm shorter than Samira.
Do people in your chat think that Asian women can't have big lips naturally? Is that the case? I mean, my sister and my niece, they all have the same lips as me. Same nose and everything. I am sweet to Oz. This
She's
is true.
so mean. She's so controlling and bossy. She's very controlling. Very controlling. Very controlling.
Oh. Give me one example.
You made me watch that movie. I didn't want to watch it.
We watched like 10 minutes of it. And then you turned it off and then you changed it to something else. Then I fell asleep.
You kept interrupting the movie with talking. You kept interrupting it. Fucking.
New Jersey is... with you.
You guys see my bald spot?
Can we react to something?
No.
No, the reason why New Jersey is great is because of its location. New York City is close, Philadelphia is close, Baltimore is close, DC is close. What the fuck are you doing?
Take it.
You are literally a child.
Take it.
This is what Haas does
Take
when
it.
women are over. He pulls out his real sword. I knew.
Take it.
Yeah, I'm not
Take
falling
it.
for
Take
that.
it. Take it. Just hold it.
No. Women don't swords.
That's transphobic.
How?
Oh.
Haas, do you have a hair clip I can borrow?
Oh.
Sure.
I don't even have a fork. Why the fuck would I have a hair clip?
Oh my gosh, you don't even have a fork. That's what I should have ordered. Han defeats Haas in a debate. Yeah. Because
All Samira does is lose debates to me.
do you guys think Haas is being mean to me? One's in the chat if you think he's being mean to me. Assholes. Okay, one's more.
You're lucky I let you sleep on my couch. I could make you sleep outside.
Okay.
You should be grateful. Come on, yes, check.
What are you gonna ask him? Oh, is he streaming right now? He called me earlier today. Why are you so mean to me, though?
I'm not mean, I'm real.
Kindergarten game.
I'm real, I'm not mean.
Isn't that the kindergarten strategy? Be mean to girls you like?
How am I mean? Give me one concrete example.
Just the way you talk to me.
Give me one example.
In general, I'm not gonna give you. I mean, you're always mean, and you're only mean. How am I supposed to give you one concrete?
Give me one example of me being.
Your entire attitude this trip and in Austin. On stream, he was mean to me, and he even admitted that he was being mean to me because then he apologized to me on stream in front of all of you.
This is a teachable moment for all women of the importance of feminism, or else you end up with a guy like me. Look, this is okay. This is the teachable moment for dudes as well. When you are nice to women and whatever, all that kind of shit, you get nothing.
Oh, so
You get nothing.
So you admit that you want something.
No. No, not admitting that. I'm just saying, look, she is obsessed with me because I keep it real.
Fake news.
I never simp for you once. I don't simp for anyone. You call me mean. She calls me mean. And guess where all the nice dudes that you know are?
Fair.
In your friend zone.
You and Jackson are my only friends.
Yeah. True, but like, it's still true what I said.
I don't simp for anyone except Saki. Is she worth simping?
Yeah.
I was mean to Haas last night, and for that I apologize.
How are you mean?
On stream.
How?
When I was spreading fake news about you.
Oh yeah. I remember that. Yeah, like I've been nice to Smee. I've let her sleep on my couch. And like, you know.
Got any hot friends? All of my friends. My female friends. They're all from pageants and they're all like legit models, so of course Haas would not. You guys probably wouldn't like them either because you guys have Haas.
Afro-Asiatic Mediterranean male.
Yeah, what do you mean Twitter models?
I don't know, just random people I see on Twitter.
Are we toxic together? I think we are.
We're not together.
Yep. Right. Oh, the e-girls that harass you on Twitter, they're not very attractive at all. Sorry.
And they're not e-girls, they're just swamp things.
All right, can we debate someone? Can we talk to someone? Let's get someone in.
Get someone in fucking come on show requests.
Hey, let's get Mar on. I want to talk to him.
No,
Can you guys
no, I
recap?
haven't seen him in a fucking long time. He's probably permabanned
No, he's not.
from Discord. I have not seen him in our new Discord.
So he can.
I think he got perma.
Okay, so he can come on Twitter Space, right?
I haven't seen him.
What's your music? I like a lot of different types.
We have nothing in common. We don't have any music in common. We don't have TV shows or movies in common. And we don't have aesthetics in common. What do we have in common?
I'm not falling for the bait.
Based.
Thank you, Christopher.
Get Dr. Asatar Bair
No,
back for
Miley
couples
Cyrus,
counseling.
are you joking? I like old school Usher. 8701. And I'm definitely a 2000s girl, for sure. Haas only listens to Bollywood music.
I don't listen to any Bollywood music. And she called me racist because I don't like Bollywood. How
He's
the fuck
never
does that
watched a
make sense?
Bollywood movie. But he had already decided that he does not like Bollywood.
I don't.
Yeah,
Based.
Haas only
Thank you,
listens
Orvo. Appreciate
Mar
you.
isn't
to Miley
banned.
Cyrus.
He's being deplatformed by big tech.
Who else do I like? Let's look at Spotify. Let's Spotify. Oh, in the I can't talk because my mouth is dry. Reggaeton from the 2000s.
Reggaeton.
Yeah, that was my shit.
Reggaeton.
Call John Zerka. I haven't hit up John Zerka in a while. I haven't spoken to him in a long time. I have to get myself my own drink because Oz won't do.
Yeah. Why would I do that? Actually, so sad. Guys, let this be a lesson. Let this be a teachable moment. Life is not fair. Life is literally not fair. Stop. Come, you're killing content. Forget about your hair. Fuck. Samira. Nothing right now. We'll eat after. Come. Oh, I'm using this as a leg rest. Sorry.
Stop being childish.
Not being childish.
You're fronting for you.
No, you forfeited your property by getting up. Wow, she evicted me. Thank you, Waffles. Appreciate you.
Based.
Platonic business trip is to work on the podcast?
Yes.
Oh yeah, what's up with that
This is
podcast?
very platonic. business trip.
Let's do a Twitter space.
No, I just did one.
Oh.
They're exhausting. The podcast, I don't know what's gonna happen with it. We're working on it.
Let's
what we're
get
doing.
Jackson on.
He's streaming. Probably going out tonight, Saturday. And the rating still does not work, by the way. But the thing is, we don't need it because we did well.
On your own, too.
So, I brought Samira over to like improve my optics because everyone says I'm misogynistic. But the one girl that I bring over to my apartment for streaming is the most misogynistic person I know.
Okay.
So like, how to explain how that works?
Why'd you do that? Why didn't you bring someone else?
Because
I mean,
because it makes no other sense to bring anyone else for the stream over. Like, why would I just have some random girl on stream, especially since I'm on YouTube?
Define random girl.
Like someone who has no political significance. And also, I wanted to send a message to all these fucking elements, these feds, and I'm gonna go ahead and say they're feds. All these elements who are trying to try and make me turn against Samira and be like, you have to denounce Samira. I'm doubling down. That's also why.
Thank you.
All those people are literal feds. They're literal feds.
Yeah.
I swear to God, they're feds. I'm not kidding.
Oh, you want to talk about the drama?
Yeah, go ahead.
You know more.
So, Dust James, he's a LARPer. Him, Yankee Tanky, Ewoks, and a few others are trying to like create this thing within the CPI that's like anti-infrared. And it's all because Samira retweeted some shit, right?
I think Yankee Tanky specifically said that Haas and
Yeah, well, they also talk shit about Jackson too.
No, they said that Jackson shouldn't associate with them.
That's why I'm saying they're feds, because one day they're talking shit about Jackson, saying Jackson's not principled, he's just in it for the career. Then they talk shit about me, then they talk shit about you, and it's like they're trying to divide all of us.
Every day there's a wedge strategy at play.
Yeah.
It started with Caleb and you, right? With that Vosh video. And then a few days later...
Yeah, they've been on this wedge strategy thing where they're just trying to fucking divide us. It's that simple.
And then a few days after that Caleb fiasco, when, you know, they failed at trying to split up Haas and Caleb, they tried with the retweet.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to say. Like, that could have been any one of Samira's retweets. They decided to choose that one to, like, make a discourse out of it.
Yeah. And then, yeah, they were specifically amplifying my, I guess, negative tweets or my controversial tweets to present them to not Caleb, to you. Be like, hey, you should denounce Samira.
Yeah. Yep, that's how it is. That's really how it is.
Yeah. And then, what else? I mean, they've been actively after Caleb. They want Caleb to denounce us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's fucked up. Jackson is trying to raid.
Yeah, the raids don't work for some weird reason.
Hold on, I want to see that Yankee.
He blocked everyone.
Blocked me. I don't have him. Hey, speak. Content. I'm looking for something.
Hold
on.
What the fuck? There was like a mass shooting on Twitch.
What?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
What the? And I think they were connected to the Azov battalion.
Oh my god.
Why haven't I fucking covered this?
I didn't know it happened.
I don't know if that was connected to the Azov battalion. Let me see. At least 10 people dead in mass shooting at Buffalo supermarket. And they were apparently, they streamed it on Twitch.
Wow.
Yeah. Let me actually see if I can raid Jackson. I'm not ending it now. I'm just seeing like if it works. It's so fucking weird.
Ask creators to add you to their list. Jackson hasn't added you to his list.
No, he has. We've added each other. It just doesn't work for some reason.
Maybe you need to re-add Jackson and then Jackson
We've tried
needs to
it.
re-add
We've
you.
tried
Okay,
it.
never mind.
Tried it. Tried everything.
Jackson's stream is over. Is Jackson
TOS, I can't show it to you, obviously. I'm not going to show it to you, but yeah, they went live on Twitch. Retired Buffalo police officer and 86-year-old mother were among the 10 people who were killed. And apparently, I think he had a connection to Azov. But yeah, he went live on Twitch.
Wow.
So let me get this straight. If they're actually connected to the Azov, that's going to be tomorrow's... I'm going to make tomorrow's stream about that. Because Twitch banned me for going against... He was inspired by Brenton Tarrant, the Azov-trained Australian mass shooter terrorist. Yeah. So I'm going to go live on that, and I'm going to say Twitch bans me for speaking out against the Azov battalion. They just rejected my appeal today. But,
Your food.
no, wait.
I'm getting...
Yeah. So, you know, they had a guy go live on Twitch and do this shit.
Did you end up talking about that Daily Beast article?
Yeah, I did on stream, I think. Pretty sure I did on stream.
Gosh. I like how even in that group, which had Danny Haifong, Max Blumenthal, who else? Li Jingjing, and Lee Camp and me, they singled me out as a, quote, particularly bad actor. Apparently I'm the worst of that group. Just because I tweet shit. It doesn't make any sense. Okay? He doesn't listen to anything I say. Everything goes in one ear, out the other. It's really crazy how he just zones out. And no, that's not alpha behavior.
I don't, sometimes she just says stuff and I don't understand what she's saying. I'm not trying to, I just don't get it. I'm like, what are you saying? I don't get it.
So why do you talk to me for like 4 hours?
I don't.
No, Lee Camp and I, we used to work together.
Samira actually trespassed into my apartment.
Who picked me up?
She randomly busted down my door
Who picked me up?
and said,
From the airport.
not me.
You told this story to stream yesterday.
I don't know what you're talking about. So I felt bad for her and I let her stay on my couch.
Okay, guys. Don't make fun of my New Jersey accent. It's not that bad.
Bad?
Someone said, why do you talk?
You talk like Peter Griffin. Hey guys, it's not that bad. Lois.
If you really want me to talk Jersey, I can talk Jersey.
Hey Lois. It's me, Samira Khan. Holy crap,
Naturally,
Lois.
I have a very thick New Jersey accent. I had to change it. I had to adjust it for TV.
Holy crap, Lois.
But you can hear it in some words, even when I'm talking.
It's
on
me,
TV.
Samira Khan.
That's not how we talk.
Peter Griffin.
No, the New Jersey accent is similar to, New York accents. Very similar.
New York City, please don't leave me on here tonight.
Samira is funnier and more charming than you.
Look at that bitch ass simp in the chat.
I like him.
Yeah, dude, let me tell you the truth. Can I tell you the sad truth?
What?
She will never notice you. She will never notice you. She's at my apartment and I'm an asshole. And she will never notice you. That's actually sad. Cope? Look at this dude saying cope. Dude, she's literally right here. She's literally right here in my apartment. What do you mean cope? It's like, bruh, it defies reason. You're literally in my chat. Bruh saying cope from his damn keyboard. Bruh, get a grip. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to teach you the truth.
Based.
Thank
Can
you,
we get some
Johnny.
Peter Griffin emojis?
Yeah, we're gonna get Peter Griffin emojis. Thank you for telling me. We're gonna get the Peter Griffin red guard emoji. Thank you for Thank you for
Who's Grimes?
Jackson. What up, man?
Jackson, do you want to come on stream?
New York City, please don't leave me alone tonight. Jackson, I'm a doctor now. I took Asatar Bair's PhD, and he's a mister, and I'm doctor now. I took his PhD.
Also, Jackson is doing so well on YouTube. He's growing like crazy. So,
Bro,
congrats.
YouTube stopped the fucking thing where Jackson, I can leech off Jackson, and he can send his
No, they
viewers to me.
didn't stop it.
Yeah, they
There's just
did.
something wrong with
They fucked with it on purpose because they know, holy shit, if that shit worked, that would be an insane pipeline. The Jackson Oz network. You're not a YouTuber. You're a tweeter troll.
What I do?
And you do CGTN.
And other networks?
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
I don't care about anything that's not on YouTube. I'm a YouTuber.
Never bothered to
I'm
do
a
anything
YouTuber.
on YouTube because it's so much work.
I'm a YouTuber.
It's easier to just go on CGTN or go on RT.
I'm a YouTuber, and right now you're on infrared. Say hi.
Thoughts on Kyle Kalinske? I used to like Kyle
Thank you,
Kalinske
Stuart
a lot
Denner.
back in 2016. I actually thought he was very based, especially on Syria and Russia. He didn't believe the Russiagate stuff. But then I think the past couple years, maybe it's because of his love. What's her name again? Crystal Ball? Did she like de-radicalize him or
It's
something?
so cringy when like news people hook up. When they should just have a professional
Based.
relationship. You know?
The doctor
Yeah,
guy
I know,
you
right?
debated
It's so
liked underage
cringy.
girls' pics.
No.
Like Kyle and Crystal, why? Should keep it professional.
What about Mika and Joe?
I don't know what that is.
Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski. It's a big Brzezinski's daughter.
I don't know what that is.
I like Jimmy Dore. Out of the former TYT crew, I like Jimmy Dore the best.
All right, I'm hungry.
And Jimmy Dore, I think the first time I met him was at the DNC when I had snuck into the DNC with, oh my gosh, Democracy Spring. Yeah, that was the first time I met him. And then, you know, we spoke at rallies together, and then he used to come to the RT office for content, I guess. So he's great. I like him a lot. What do you guys think of the other TYT people? Who do you like better, Cenk Uygur or Anna Kasparian?
Jank. What a horrible decision.
You think so?
All right. I'm hungry.
We can eat on stream. I will get it for you.
I don't want to eat on stream.
Why?
Look at dirty.
Invite Dugan's daughter
You
on
eat
the
on stream.
stream.
I want to stream with you. I just got here. I thought we were going to stream for hours and hours.
All right, can I go eat? Forward.
Yeah.
Don't touch my.
No, okay, so how about you eat here?
No! I don't want to clean this up.
I will clean it up.
You don't know how to clean up.
I will clean up. I want to eat too, so please bring your food. Or I will bring both of our food. Yeah.
based,
Jenkeskai no kamastia.
Alright.
I haven't cleaned up yet.
What the fuck do you mean?
Just my shit's everywhere because you rushed me. Go.
Oh!
He's overreacting.
Oh my god!
He's overreacting. My gosh. What should we talk about? Are you guys interested in talking about my media career? Someone said something earlier. You can ask me whatever you want. Anything. Bring Hawes to NJ. I wouldn't bring him to New Jersey because there's literally nothing in New Jersey. I also live with my parents. But I do want him to come to New York City in a couple of weeks so we can hang out together. My birthday is Memorial Day weekend. And I have no friends besides Hawes and Jackson. Like, no real friends. So it would be nice to spend my birthday with them. I like them a lot. Who's the hottest media personality? Ooh, this is a good question. In news, like a news anchor? There is this woman, there's a Lebanese news anchor. I think her name is Jessica Azar, Azar. Look her up, she's gorgeous. She's stunningly beautiful. Actually, the most beautiful news anchor I've ever seen. She's, yeah, Lebanese. Oh, yeah, Caleb was my colleague. And he was my friend before he became my colleague. So I've known him since 2016. 6 years now. And he's like a brother to me. We were incredibly close at RT. We'd help each other out. And we've remained in touch. Yeah, I know that Daniel Burke lives in New Jersey. He's actually invited me for dinner with him and his family, so I will have to take him up on that offer. Thoughts on Abby Martin? Abby Martin was a friend of mine in 2016, 2017-ish. And then she moved from New York City to LA. And then that's when we kind of lost touch. But yeah, I generally like Abby Martin. However, I do not disagree with, I do not agree with her on Russia, Crimea, Ukraine. What else? No, Abby is still very good on Palestine. She's great on Venezuela, Cuba, Nicaragua.
Fuck Abby Martin.
Mean.
I don't give a fuck.
But she has that.
See, Samira's gonna be fake and shit. I have no filter. Abby Martin is a traitor. She denounced Russia's annexation of Crimea. She fenced it on the fucking special operation. Abby Martin's a fraud.
I don't agree with Abby Martin always. So. But as I was saying, she has that. I don't know. David versus Goliath political analysis. She likes to side with victims. So maybe she has not taken a clear stance on Russia versus Ukraine because she sees Ukraine as the victim being bullied by a much larger country.
Ukraine! Dr. Azov Martin.
I remember Abby Martin did denounce the quote-unquote annexation of Crimea. But she did admit in that segment itself that she wasn't familiar with the history of Crimea and Russia. That's probably why. Though, you know, RT did offer to send her to Crimea to check it out for herself. I think she... So you are eating on stream, but you won't let me eat on stream.
Did you make a mess?
I don't make a mess.
Okay, go eat.
Are you gonna end the stream?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, don't end it.
Can I get my food?
Yeah.
Where is it? Have the bread.
Hey!
What?
Let me give you a plate. Right from. I broke my back wiping. Just so you fucking.
No, fuck it. I'm just gonna have one piece. I don't.
I wiped the floors so she can tear the bread apart and get crumbs everywhere with no plate. I literally do back-breaking work for her. And she claims she's for traditional gender roles and shit. I'm the one who has to break my back cleaning up everything.
Awesome.
I break my back.
Based.
Oz, you have a debate challenger in show queue.
Okay. It's not a debate challenger.
What? Sprite?
Okay. It's not a debate challenger.
What do you mean?
But thank you for the two.
Oh yeah, I'm leaving tomorrow.
I know.
We're supposed to stop tonight.
I'm kicking her out tomorrow.
Based.
Thank you, Christabel.
Afro-Asiatic Mediterranean male breaking his back.
I'm kicking her out and she has to walk to the airport.
Have something on your ear. Got a napkin?
No. Come on.
You're so messy.
I'm gonna wash my hands.
Who wants to get in BC? Anyone? You know what we should do? Let's do like a girl advice stream right now. Call in if you want girl advice.
If you want women, this is all you need: money, clout, and swag. 3 things:
How exactly do you get women?
swag and clout,
You have neither of those things.
but mainly swag. I have neither. So what do I have?
Are you asking me
I clearly have to have something.
for what?
Oh, I didn't know we were playing stupid.
um,
She literally called me the god of swag.
I don't even know what swag means.
She called me the god of swag.
I literally don't even know what it means. Yeah, I did slide in Haas's DMs, okay? And it was because, 1, Jackson spoke very highly of him, and 2, I really liked his tweets. I liked how he was a communist who was attacking woke.
She likes how handsome I am. Objectification, as always.
You're crazy. Yeah, I actually did enjoy my time at RT. It was a very valuable learning experience, and I did get to travel. I got to stay in Moscow for a bit, and that was one of the best experiences of my life. I worked out of DC, London, Moscow. It was brilliant. How exactly did I objectify Haas?
Only like me because my looks.
You know what? I'm reading chat right now, and this person is correct. The optics, Samira is hella logical, and Haas is hella emotional. I thought the female was supposed to be the emotional one.
Y'all should see her offline. Y'all should see how shit goes down offline.
I thought the female was supposed to be the emotional one. That's a good question. Are you going to answer?
I'm emotional.
Can I have one? Can you just feed
No.
me? Just
No.
feed me. I want the strawberry.
That's simp shit. I don't do that.
Can I just have it, please? I'm not going to touch it because I just washed my hands.
All right, this is a lesson. Ready? Hell no!
I knew he was going to do
I ain't
that.
gonna do that simp shit.
Yeah. George
Bite
Galloway
wrong
is
for-
like family. Can I just give me something?
All right. Ain't doing that simp shit.
Thank you.
Y'all didn't see that.
All right. No, I didn't go to an Ivy League school. I'm not going to mention where I went, but I didn't care about college. I went to a private school in New Jersey.
She came to stay to learn from me. I'm her professor.
All right, Dr. Haas.
She came for me to teach her the ways of swag.
So are you saying that that doctor you just debated had swag and you stole his swag when you stole his PhD?
Nah, I turned the PhD into officiality.
No, Rutgers is
something
a
that was
state
already
university, guys. So how exactly did I objectify you? You think that I slid in your DMs because I found you
there. Because
attractive?
of my looks. If I was 800 pounds and 4'1", you wouldn't have.
But why do you think I slid in your Twitter DMs because of looks when you don't post any pictures of yourself on Twitter?
Because my Twitch.
I had no idea what Twitch was back then.
Cat.
I don't know what that means.
Cat.
I don't know what that means.
Samira, we get it. You think you're special because you notice my swag. Everyone does.
2 reasons. Jackson spoke very highly of him. 2, I like that he was a tanky that openly attacked wokeism, because most tankies are either woke or they tolerate wokeness for optics. But I'm so glad I did, because our trio is gonna be fucking sick. I'm just waiting for the podcast to start, and it's literally just Haas delaying it. Kid you not. Well, Jackson and I are still down, and we want to get this going, but Haas, he's... I'm not even gonna... Ooh. Where can you get Haas's swag? I mean, you should write a book. He has so much swag that definitely write a book.
I got a PhD in swag.
Not in Marxism-Leninism? Yeah.
I'm gonna take the chair. Ready?
No! No!
It's very fast. Ready?
No, stop! This is abuse. This is torture. This is domestic abuse.
Sure.
Yeah, the debate with Dr. what's his name? Asatar Bair, the Stalinist doctor. He
Can you move over?
left early, I think.
I want to sit there.
Where do you want me to sit?
Nowhere. You should stand. Hey guys.
I like this. I like this better.
Hey everyone.
Are you gonna talk, or are you gonna just stare at yourself?
I'm gonna stare at myself.
Do you guys want to get in VC? Does anyone want to talk to us? We're giving girl advice.
Oh, what girl advice would you be giving? Like you know what? Like you know
I'm a female,
how your
right?
own female brain works. When you don't.
Okay, hold on.
Everything she says, the opposite is true. Everything she'll tell you.
Give
the
me an
opposite is
example.
true.
Give me an example.
All right, somebody go in Showq and ask for relationship advice. See what see the advice she's gonna give you.
We're gonna do it together.
All right, somebody give us content. Get in
Yeah,
our
give
VC.
us content.
Get in VC and ask for advice. Or type it in our fucking chat. Type it in our chat.
No, actually, get in VC.
Or if you
How do
can't-
you join VC? How do you join VC?
Get in our fucking Discord. Get in our Discord. I like to make myself believe that planet Earth knows slowly how to make my little band.
Does anyone want to get in VC? What the fuck?
Just ask in the fucking chat.
This is
Get in
shitty.
go on our channel to get in our Discord. It's on our channel.
I think arranged marriages are the ideal. If not, because of our culture, then for men, it's quality, not quantity. I think that's really important
All right,
because
this is my dating advice. Find somebody. Work your magic. And stay over their place once. Y'all gonna listen to this. Stay over at once.
This is the worst possible.
You
advice.
wake up in the morning and she's saying, I gotta go to work. So you go, okay. She leaves to go to work. Now you chilling. So go ahead, put a rock in the door, go grab your stuff, make yourself at home, cook some food, get ready. She's used to you already. So she's gonna come back. You're still gonna be there. And her female brain is gonna say, "Oh, okay, this is normal. This is natural. You got a free house.
Is that what you're gonna do when I move to DC?
You got a free house.
Is that what you're gonna do?
No rent. You ain't gotta pay no rent. Nothing.
Is that what you're gonna
Free
do
house.
when I move to DC?
Hell no. Yeah, I'm paying your rent right now. She didn't even pay me for rent. I was gonna charge her $90 because hotels go for $100. So okay, I give her $10 discount.
Not even going to.
She gets to stay on my couch for free. Why?
No, so you were saying, I remember on the phone you had mentioned that you would like a sugar mama quote.
Yes. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what I would like.
Yeah, Haas wants to be a house husband.
Hell nah. I'm just looking for ways to save money.
Don't be cheap. Be cheap.
Don't be cheap.
Okay.
I'm being economical. I'm not being cheap.
So me and my female friends talk about this a lot. But in places like Germany, men and women are going halfsies. Like, that's the norm. Whereas here in the US, I feel like still men will pay. That's changing really
And
fast.
suckers.
Wait, what? You wouldn't pay?
Hell nah.
Dude, you are...
I'm not paying for shit.
You're literally Arab.
We split the bill. I don't buy anything for her. I make her pay for everything.
Okay.
Yeah. Everything.
I just use your credit card.
She pays for everything. Nothing's free.
Yeah, Haas and Jackson are my only real friends, but then I have female acquaintances, friends, if you will, I go out with. But I don't talk to them about my personal life. Just hang out together. So I don't think that's a real friend, is it? Hold on. Yeah, Haas. Why not? Why won't you pay?
For a female?
Yeah.
'Cause I'm a feminist. I believe in equality. Equality. Empowerment.
So you think it's a good thing that men and women are going halfsies?
Oh, yeah. And actually, I think women should pay 75%. Because women, I believe in Mother Gaia, the provider, woman. You know, women are better than men, so they should pay more. Because, you know.
So you would just be a house husband and you would have your wife pay all the bills. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'd be cheating.
You'd be bringing home other bitches and lose
Hell
the
yeah.
that you worked so hard to get.
She's not gonna find out. And I'm gonna pretend it's my money too. I'm gonna bring those other bitches. I'm gonna say, yo, look at all this money I make.
You'll find out, especially if she's a journalist. No,
She won't find out.
If she's a journalist, she will.
Journalists aren't as smart as they think they are.
They don't even have to be smart. Positive.
They get injured easily.
What?
They're not that smart.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
My hair is really pissing me off, you guys. It's driving me insane. Like, you guys remember that Zerka stream we did in Austin? Us together, and Haas had his hand playing with his hair the entire time? That's me, stream. Any other questions? Okay. Who want the woman to pay? What are you offering to that woman?
All of this.
And what is so special about all of this?
You cannot find a comparison. All of this.
What's so special?
Looks, swag, charm,
can find that anywhere.
No. Nowhere.
And,
No comparison.
And
No, you can't. Oh, find it. You can't find it.
do you think I'm here? Better?
I really don't think you can find anything.
I can't do better than you.
Hell no, you can't. Hell no. Hell no. I'm rare as hell. I'm rare as hell. I'm rare.
Yeah,
She's so lucky to be here. She's actually lucky. I never show anybody on stream.
Really?
No.
So why do you want me on?
Because I'm using you for clout.
Clout do I have?
Like 1,000 followers.
Oh, you're doing this for like RT, CGT, and appearances. That's why.
Yeah, I'm using you. I'm playing her like a puppet. I have the strings.
How are you playing?
Playing you. I'm using my swag. I didn't say you can do that.
I can do whatever I want.
No, I did not give you consent. That was actually...
Oz had the opportunity.
That was coercive.
To go on RT. He had the opportunity. He had 2 opportunities to go on Sputnik too. Yeah.
I'm the puppet master.
You're making me.
I'm the puppet master.
They're right. Right. Chat is right. This
What are they saying? They're saying puppet master. I'm the puppet master. I don't need a good game.
You think this is gonna work on me?
And work for what?
Why'd you stutter?
Work for what?
Stuttered before that.
Work for what?
Chat knows.
Work for what?
Mira, you can do better.
Work?
Than him.
What? Work for what? That I haven't already got.
Trying to make himself look awesome. He's fronting.
Say wahiyat Allah.
What does that mean?
Say wahiyat al-Quran.
What does that mean? I don't know.
Swear on the Quran.
I don't.
You don't know what it means to swear on the Quran?
No, I would never swear.
Oh, okay, okay.
Why would you ask me to swear on the Quran?
Just to see if you're willing to back up what you're
They saying?
fake. I don't know.
Any questions? Yeah, we want to get a debate going, but you guys aren't stepping up. We want to do something fun.
Look
We're
at this
just
dude.
trying to
Girl, leave that man.
bunch of the majority of people.
Should listen to their voice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You want me to leave?
Should listen to their advice.
Why do you want me to leave you?
Leave my apartment.
Why?
You're too dirty. You make a mess with food.
Oh, I make
Too much crumbs. Too much crumbs.
What have I eaten
Too much crumbs.
besides that one bite of bread?
Leave him. He's fumbling so hard.
Yeah, he is.
How am I fumbling? Ooh, who deleted that?
Yeah, why would you delete that comment?
Thank you,
I have
Sean.
a GF, but for the lads in chat who, us,
2
how could
people
I
in
acquire
Shokyu.
such a beautiful,
Go on
amazing,
Shokyu.
gorgeous,
Go on
incredible,
Shokyu.
smart,
There's
funny,
no one.
intelligent, lovely, magnificent, elegant, symmetrical, and exquisite woman like Samira Khan?
Thing is, all the people telling her to leave. Oh, listen. You don't know this game is rigged. It's not fair. You don't have my swag. She is obsessed with me. She can't help it. Y'all gotta understand.
There are 2 people in Shokyu.
No, there's not.
Oh. How do you know? You don't have Shokyu on.
Yes, I do know. I checked.
No. There are 3 people. Can we talk to them?
No.
Why not?
Hello. Yeah, what's going on? Yeah?
Give me your what is the point of attacking Marxism?
How is the Connolly House Marxism?
It's a workers' movement
How?
because they're spreading the message.
How are they spreading the message?
You saw it, didn't you see it?
No. Alright, great idea, Samir.
Wait, why didn't you talk to him?
This is fucking boring.
Okay, can we talk to someone else? There's other people.
No!
Oh, so you just want to talk to me? Okay.
No.
I think that's a little sweet.
Okay, Samira, if you know how to make content, start your own channel and do it.
I don't want to make my own channel. I want to talk to people because I don't get to stream with you very often, especially with you IRL. So let's talk to people. I'm trying to make the most
Who do you want to
of
talk
tonight. Whoever.
Alright.
Pick one.
Alright, talk to them.
You have to talk too.
No, go ahead. Samira wants to talk to you. Go ahead.
Hi, how's it going?
All I want to say is Samira is objectively correct, has is 1,000% correct on the economical thing, and should not protect himself from haters' knowledge. 1,000,000%. Don't defend women, bro. Don't. You're an Arab man, bro. If you want to share money and shit like the Europeans do, it's based. Arranged marriages can get you like some ugly ass chick, yo.
Okay. I didn't hear the first thing you said about me. What was it?
I said you're wrong. Has is right about
Okay.
like
Okay, what am I wrong about?
from the economical thing or like it's cheap. It's not being cheap, yo. He's an Arab man. Let him like do his Arab things, yo.
No.
We're all Middle Eastern. We
so-
get each other, you know.
No, men should pay for women.
No.
But that's something Arab men do.
No. Objectively,
Is
no.
that not
if you
something Arab men do?
if the time comes for the bill, you know, maybe there's something interesting on your phone. I don't know.
Based.
Why don't you think that men should be responsible for paying the bill?
Because
Why are
men
you so
do other
woke?
responsibilities. I don't know. We shouldn't get taxed more. I don't know. We already protect the house and shit. I don't know. I shouldn't pay taxes.
So how do they protect us? Physically? That's it?
Physically, we can.
Doesn't it include economically? Because if men are
we live
protectors-
in different times now. Women can get a job, so it's not the same anymore.
Okay, what if I don't want to
Before it was hunter-gatherer society,
What if I
we
don't
used
wanna
to do
work?
this shit.
What if I don't want to work?
Well, then you're a lazy bum. I don't know.
It's a
Seem like you
very
want to
woke
put.
take.
Look, I'm having a very socialist view right now. Shout out to DPRK. They get this shit too.
Really? This is a socialist
Yeah.
view.
This is social. It's based
How
socialist.
did the
Women
Soviet
should work.
Union define a family and men's roles versus?
I mean, women still worked in the USSR.
They still
were
worked,
lazy.
but how did they define family?
What do you mean define a family? Yeah,
As
it's like
in
it's
how
a wife and
men
a husband, and then they
women
share
relate
shit.
to
Yeah,
each other, what their roles are in a family setting.
it's normal. What am I supposed to say? I don't know how Western families work. I'm from the East and shit. Yo.
I mean, we're both Eastern here. Your take.
Yeah, that's not
You're
that
saying
special. Yo.
that-
It's like
that
there's
men should
mom
not
and there's
pay.
dad
That's a
and there's a
Western
kid.
take. That's definitely not an
No, I'm
Eastern
saying
take.
no. Look, you know what Eastern is?
What?
The woman has specific roles and shit, but
Mhm.
she still works. I don't know. It's not that
Why do
weird.
you want to leech off women?
Because
Are
women
you
leech out of
insecure?
us daily. Daily, they leech out of us. They should at least pay something. I don't know.
But that's what we're supposed to do. Men are our
It's kind of
protectors, are
demonic.
they
I mean,
not?
here's the thing. With Adam and Eve, who tried to seduce Adam to eat the apple? Like,
Yeah.
women do have like this demonic tendency. Not gonna lie.
So you think that because of what Adam and Eve went through, want to punish, right? You think that's
I'm not
justified?
punishing women. Look, God punishes women through periods. I don't know.
Damn.
Okay, and
That's how they pay tax.
my
It's
question,
a
though.
biological tax. I don't know.
Right, but you're supposed to be our protectors. Doesn't that include?
I mean,
Yes.
look, the house, maybe the house, but even then, we're kind of progressive now, you know.
No, fuck that. Why do you want to be progressive? Why do you want to be woke?
I'm progressive when it suits me. Okay, that's just how it
Okay, so
works.
you're a hypocrite.
Maybe, yeah. I'm proud of it.
Well,
Shout out Has, by the way. He's Lebanese. He gets shit. Look, like
Based.
literally
doesn't make any sense
Phoenician,
Based.
literally
at all, because in your
probably
culture, it's
closet
common for
Assyrian,
men to
closet
pay for women.
Assyrian.
No.
Men pay for
No,
women.
Phoenician.
Arab men
Phoenician
pay for...
culture condemns that.
Facts. I can confirm it.
Phoenician
I'm from the
culture
region, also. I
condemns
can
it.
confirm it.
No. Haas fights the burglar, obviously.
He fights the burglar and he fights off potential invasions by unspecified countries.
Okay, so Haas's ideal relationship would be him leeching off a sugar mama, where, he'd just go and cheat all the time, so he would have no responsibilities. So why should the female have all the responsibilities? I just don't understand.
Because women want to leech off someone. If he has the money through sugar mamas, what should she care?
See, this is why this is something new with the millennial generation. We're the first generation where there are more male gold diggers than...
So?
What's the problem?
What's the problem? What's the problem?
We're trying to eat. A man's got to eat.
Exactly. Facts.
Wow, you want to leech off women? That is not alpha behavior.
That is alpha, because when you think about it, all women do is leech out of men. At least a man can like leech a little bit.
No, I think that women are supposed
Actually,
to
it's not. When you think about it, it's not
to
leeching.
take care
When you
of the
think
house.
about it,
They're supposed to take care of them at night, right? And then men respond by protecting them.
yeah, they protect them. But here's the
Financially
thing.
and physically.
No, but here's what you're saying. You're like, oh, the man should pay for the woman. That's not even like you want the woman to leech off the man.
Financially, I think it's part of a man's job as a protector, right?
Why? Like I don't know. The bill in the restaurant is not gonna save her life. I don't know.
But he's supposed to protect her financially. I think that's my opinion.
Yeah, but that's like in the house and shit. Like if you go to a restaurant and shit, you're gonna eat. Objectively, how is that gonna save the woman? How are you protecting the woman in the restaurant? She gets her own like salary and shit, right?
No, she might not.
Why doesn't she have a job? That's like a very leftist take. That's a very leftist take, not gonna lie.
She takes care
Why
of
should
the
the woman
home.
not work?
Takes care of the home.
Yeah, a woman.
She takes
Look,
care
she's
of the
not gonna be
kids.
pregnant. Yeah, but she's not gonna be pregnant 24/7, yo. Like
But
at some point she's gonna
takes care
work.
of the kids. She doesn't want her kids to go to public school because of all the woke shit. He is responsible for taking care of the kids and educating the kids. So
Not gonna lie, at that stage, raise your kids somewhere outside the Western society. Take them to like North Korea, yo. Take them to Pyongyang. They'll love that shit.
Okay, I agree. That's pretty based.
Teach your kids about Juche. Shout out the Juche idea, the greatest ideology of the 21st century.
What if you don't have the means to just...
Save up money.
Okay, so don't have kids
or
until
seek
you
political asylum in the DPRK. You are allowed to do that.
How hard would it be to get a permanent resident visa or whatever?
I'm pretty sure it's like you have to specify where you're a political exiled person or some shit.
Right. So I mean, that's not very realistic, is it?
I mean, depends, yo. I can move there easily, so like, I don't
think
have
that
that
your
issue.
take is kind of Malthusian. I'll tell you why.
What? Wait, what? Why the hell is Malthusian, yo? Projecting. This is a projection, yo. Female projection.
No, because you're saying that men and women should not have kids, unless they live
No, I'm not.
outside
No,
of
I'm saying they
Western
should have
society.
kids.
That's what you're saying,
Look,
right?
I'm the opposite. I think men and women should have like 5 kids. They should have a shit ton, so you have like an army of yourself when you're
Right,
older.
but you don't want them to go to public school. You don't want women taking care of them either.
Look,
You're
at
saying
worst, you can
that
teach them in the
we
mountains. You
should
can.
move
Their father can
to
raise them in the
the
mountains. You
east.
can go work. Their father can teach them to be warriors and shit, and like the woman
Like
can like I don't
Chechnya?
know.
Chechnya, I'd be down.
Yeah, some shit like that. But like the woman can work at some office
Did
job
you
or
know
something. She
that
can get
men don't
bagged
pay the
somehow.
bill in Chechnya?
Men don't pay the bill.
Yeah. No, sorry, men do pay the bill. Excuse me. Women do
Oh,
not
no.
pay
I
the bill.
I believe the latter. Actually, I don't think they pay the bill. It's kind of cocked if they do.
No, men do pay the bill. All over Russia.
I don't know.
All over Russia.
Not gonna lie. Then Stalin's
like
beef
a
with Chechens
crime in
makes sense.
Russia.
I get Stalin.
You
then,
can
low-key, I
call
don't
the
know.
cops.
You can call the cops for not paying the bill.
Yeah, in Russia.
Dude, and they say that
gone.
Kadyrov,
Put her away.
Kadyrov is anti-women.
I put her away. Gone.
Yo, base. Look, all I'm gonna
All
say
right.
is if that's true, that means Kadyrov is a feminist, and I don't like that. He's a
Wait,
simp.
yeah, are you saying Kadyrov's a feminist?
If it is like she's saying, I think it's like
Are you saying that?
Western. I'm saying it's a mainstream lie. I don't think Kadyrov will do that.
Feminists
He has
pay the
too much
bill.
of a. He has a Chad energy.
Feminists don't want men to pay the bill.
No, they do. They
So
want,
you're a
but they want the
feminist.
man to pay for everything.
You're
They want the
literally
man
a
to pay for
feminist.
everything.
You and Haas
They
are both
want-
feminists.
No, you want men
wanna
to
leech
suffer.
off
You want
women.
them to suffer under the hands of women, which is very evil of you. It's kind of what the devil
Haas, are you
wants.
gonna are you gonna add your take?
No.
Why? Are you tired?
Yeah.
Everything I'm saying has to take deep down.
Do you know this person? Did you converse with this person before?
Yes.
Oh, and you
A
told
million
him.
percent. Haas is a haterist. He follows my ideology. I know him.
All right, man.
I
I'll see
run
you later.
RTSG. I run RTSG.
See you later,
All
bro.
right. Nice talking to you. Get someone else.
See ya, bro.
No.
Yes.
No.
Please.
I'm diabetic.
No.
Yeah.
Can you? What time is it? It's only 12:30. Come on.
All right, we're gonna bring on Irish American. But
Hi. How's it going?
like ever. But asking, but it's not.
Simp.
Hey, don't get
Simp.
don't get too smug. Like women should, it's fine for them to cover a tip, maybe pay for the Uber, maybe
Yeah,
buy
I agree
drink.
with that.
But women should never pay full on the meal. It's just what it is.
I
It's
agree.
just what it is.
I agree. Are you a Westerner or are you from the East?
Oh, USA
Okay.
every day.
Okay, so I have hope in American men.
Listen, that's how it's always
Bro,
been
he's a
since high
simp.
school, man.
Why are you saying
Ah.
he's a simp?
Because he's telling you what you want to hear.
I disagree.
I'm
with
assuming that he's your fan.
He's still telling you what you want to hear.
Hmm.
Listen, I said the objective truth. Like, I'm a judge, you know, Supreme Court. No fucking.
I don't
listen,
pay any. Listen, this is how I treat Samira. I don't pay anything for her. I charge her rent. I make her sleep on the couch. I make her buy all the food and cook everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Who bought the Panera bread today?
All food has been purchased with your credit card while you were sleeping. Anyway,
Okay.
I
Bill will be
basically
compiled.
I make her stay outside.
And you think that's cool?
Yeah.
Under offense.
Boundaries need to be drawn. You can't be doing this simp shit.
So, if you treat women nicely,
Yeah.
you have to treat them badly in order to not be a simp.
Yeah. Facts.
He's on crack.
Here, I gotta go.
This
But
is
before
how
I go,
immature
can I
you
say
are.
something?
Thank you. Thanks for calling.
The U.S. government paid me to spread anti-force.
Next caller.
What up, Dead Ghost?
Hi. How's it going?
He's on crack.
Excuse me?
It's your voice.
Thank you. Thanks for
Yo.
calling.
Yo.
Hey.
Yo.
Hang on. Yo.
Yeah, we can hear you. How's it going?
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, I had to turn on my speaker. All right. So, first thing I want to say is, like, as a married man, first things first, like, Haz is right, but the woman is always right. So, Samir, by default, you're correct.
Thank you.
No. But there's a caveat. Like, I'm just here to get that PhD.
No.
Bruh. Hold on.
No, I'm not fucking debating that.
Debate it.
No.
Debate it. Why not? Don't
Because
pussy
I don't
out.
fucking want to debate punk rock. I don't want to.
Okay. All right. I'll drop. All right. What is infrared though? Anti-establishment. Yeah. What?
No, stop.
Come on. It's avant-garde.
No, it's not.
But yeah, it is. It totally is. Like
It's not.
That's what
It's
it was.
cringe.
They
It's
evolutionized-
the East Germany said it was degenerate and cringe.
Oh man, I don't know how I'm gonna argue against East Germany, but it played a decisive role in. Oh yeah, and MAGA.
I didn't know
It
that.
has chaotic potential. It has chaotic potential. You're causing chaos in the lefty circles, so you're punk. You're punk, dude.
People hate me more than they hate Haas.
Why don't you take that away from them, though? That's what I'm saying.
I agree with Fan Wanan's People's
away
Punk.
from them?
I don't like punk rock music, but I agree with Fan Wanan's People's Punk style. That's what I was compromising.
Chat, quick question.
All right.
Do you think people hate me more than they hate Haas?
No.
Oh,
Mr.
and
Hayes
in the
and Dr.
context
Ghost,
of China,
handoff
in the
complete.
context of China, like punk rock did get incorporated into because like their biggest punk rock band was critical, and they were critical of the way things were in China, but they were tolerated, and they've been a mainstay for like 15 or so years because
Is
punk rock
Pussy
came to China.
Riot punk rock?
So they're patriots, and
Pussy Riot?
they have pro. What's that?
What do you think about Pussy Riot? Aren't they punk rock?
Well, punk rock is chaos. Like it's chaotic because
Okay.
it's an.
But
it's,
do you know what Pussy Riot is?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the with the balaclavas and stuff like that. It's like it's
Wait, what?
relative though.
Okay.
What kind of society do you want chaos? We need chaos in America in order to.
I don't know anything
shake
about
loose
this
these,
punk rock topic. Is it really that
well, because
significant?
right now, the United States is late '80s Soviet Union.
Yeah, it's kind of true.
Okay. So what's the solution?
So since it's the late '80s Soviet Union, we need Nazbol, we need fucking punk rock, we need to steal everything that the establishment has taken in terms of art, culture, discourse,
So
everything.
you
We
would
need to
say
be a vortex.
you would also
we
want
need to be a vortex.
All right, so you're
like,
saying you want to
for it
change the
to be a
culture.
vortex.
That would also require changing current beauty standards, which Haas loves.
No, those things.
No. I don't think Haas. I think Haas tries to find elements that a lot of people would be like, oh, okay, I think I'm starting to understand Haas is like Haas like
Facts.
steps down from his throne sometimes to kind of relate to us peons.
He's falling asleep.
He's falling
legit
asleep?
falling asleep. I want to
Bruh.
continue
Hey, you should bring
streaming.
Cass. Hey, you should bring Cass in here. Cass has some really interesting arguments.
He doesn't want to argue for some reason. He's really tired. And I just had an argument with him about streaming because I want to continue streaming.
We have a lot of business to take care of. We have a lot of things to look over.
Yeah. I mean, I want to stream.
Yeah, busy times. Yo, dude. Hey, like thumbs up, like based, all that.
No, I
All
don't
right.
think
Okay, I'll give you this option.
Yeah.
We can continue streaming, but we'll schedule the business to another time.
Okay.
Or we can.
Let's schedule the business for.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
so that PhD is mine now, right?
You didn't really debate anything.
No, it's not yours. No, it's not yours. It's not yours. I didn't debate anything.
all right. No, that's all I wanted to talk about, like marriage and stuff, because I'm wife guy, so like just by default. Oh yeah, and also, men shouldn't be paying for shit. Like, no,
Yeah,
that's not a good idea.
Men should be paying for shit.
Men, no, not be. No. Hold on to you. You get that bread and you keep that bread. You get that bread. You're a man. You keep that bread.
Very
Hold on one sec. All right.
I'm really angry
Keep
at
that
Haas
bread.
right now.
Why?
Because he just gave me two options.
Dude, I spent my entire money.
God.
So he gave me the options of
wasting
business
it on
and
women that were not serious about marriage. They were, oh, I'm not sure. And I'm just like, no, millennials suck.
Millennials
And
do
if
suck,
you're a
I
man and you live like, I'm married now because in China this is a real civilization, a real country,
right?
Not some fucking but like over in that context, that Western context, get the bread, keep the bread, hold on to it tight.
All right. Well, it was really nice talking to you. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, I've been following your stuff for like years. So.
Oh, really?
Great
Wait,
job.
keep him on.
Oh.
How do you know of me?
Just probably Twitter.
Okay.
Maybe from no, actually I think it was Twitter. Yeah, because I got on Twitter years ago, and then I've been banned so many times. Like, there's no way I can get back on now.
I assumed it was RT, so good to know it was Twitter. Thank you so much for calling. It was nice talking to you.
Yeah, you too. All right, y'all take it easy.
Hold on, guys. Haas gave me two options: business or streaming. I picked streaming for you guys. So defend me. He legit does not want to stream. It's me, basically. He's being an asshole. It's my last night here, and he's like, I gotta go. Doesn't care at all. You guys want Haas to sleep? Alright, I guess if you guys want him to go to sleep. Okay, one's in the chat if you want us to continue streaming. Choose if you want him to sleep. He really doesn't. I am completely awake. I got all ready to stream, and you want to fucking go to sleep. Okay, well, alright, I guess we're gonna go to sleep.
I'm gonna go to the gym.
You're gonna go right now?
Okay.
Why?
Because
Dad say not.
oh,
He said take it easy. What do you want to do? Right.
all right, I'm just gonna. All right. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.